For the first time, Chicago Bears quarterback Caleb Williams has won a Player of the Week award. Williams is the NFC Offensive Player of the Week after his strong performance in Chicago's 31-14 win over Dallas. By the way, the Green Bay Packers are going to be without right tackle Zach Tom. He is not expected to play Sunday night versus the Cowboys due to the oblique injury he suffered in a loss at Cleveland.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports.
And it's hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Yeah. Happy hump day, everybody. Hope you're having a great one out there. Whatever you may be doing, thanks so much for spending a part of your day with us here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on a hump day. It is
hump
that.
Day?
Lots to get into. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix.
I got to say, just hearing those words coming out of your mouth during Sports Center, Caleb Williams won Player of the Week.
For the first time ever.
Now,
I thought you'd like that.
yeah, it kind of pisses me off. Like, did he play a great game? Sure. Did the Cowboys, were they awful? I mean,
Sure.
Like what? Like, I understand there are awards given. For the first time this year, the NFC Offensive Player of the Week wasn't playing the Chicago Bears, but a Bear was involved. It was the other way around. Now, if you're Eberflus and you're in charge of the defense that just allowed Caleb Williams to win his first award, congratulations, man. The development of Caleb Williams for Eberflus continues. But what kind of kangaroo court crap should there be with the Cowboys for Eberflus or those defensive guys, right? I mean, I understand if you're Caleb Williams, you're a Bears fan, you want to celebrate, sure, you get a nice certificate, print it out, put it on your fridge at home. Cool. But if you're that defense and you're Dallas and that dude won an award, what should be your punishment?
Well, you should be as pissed off as you are.
Yeah, but I can be pissed. But they, like no desserts. I don't know if they still do this in the NFL, but you talk to enough guys that played in the 90s and the 80s, and, they had what they called the kangaroo court. And you would get fined, and there were certain fine levels, and you put that money in the pot, and that would go towards the Christmas party and charity and things like. But it would cost you money when you had a bad game. I wonder what it should cost those boys. Not that you had a bad game, because that was bad enough. But let's rub salt in the wound and give Caleb Williams his first Player of the Week award.
That is add insult to injury. That's for sure. And when I saw that, because that came up like I just saw that news 10 minutes before the show.
I had not heard that yet.
And so,
until you told me.
Well, that's what I do here on Sports Center.
Minutes is
I educate you and everybody else.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I thought you'd get a kick out of that. But
I generally don't give a damn about the weekly awards. They don't really mean anything.
Well, I wouldn't have done it otherwise. So it wouldn't have mattered. It would not have been a part of the Sports Center, but I knew you wanted to hear that. And I'm sure that if I'm Shotty, I'm putting that up on the bulletin board. And saying, but he's too damn nice, Shottenheimer.
He is.
I mean, he's just a positive guy, half full guy. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, podium Shotty and pissed off Shotty, and we as the fans, we don't always get to see behind the scenes, but we saw that guy lose his mind a couple times at training camp.
He did.
And when he's upset, everybody knows it. He's got that loud dad voice, coach voice, if you will.
Well, I hope he gets it now, because we heard him on the podium, and you're going to hear from him coming up a little bit later in the show. But, he doesn't sound as positive and as happy and as energetic as he normally does. as he's talking about getting ready for this game against the Green Bay Packers on Sunday night.
And this is true. And I see Coyote trying to give me crap. If Dak had won it, Jason would throw a party. Dak has won a bunch of them, and we never mention it. But honestly, player of the week.
Offensive player of the week.
Offensive player of the week. Give me the best player from a great game. You know, I don't know, Montgomery, Goff, any of those guys in that Detroit game. But not when you won because the other guys are really that bad, and it'd be hard to screw it up, right? But I guess there's some feel-goodness, if you will, for Caleb Williams.
Little encouragement for the young man.
Maybe he is coming around.
Maybe not. We'll see what he does this week.
I know it's an award. They're sponsored. You should celebrate them. But generally, I like to see them coming from a great game, not that game, and not that game. In that game, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm taking anything away from Caleb. He played.
You really
great.
Do sound like that.
No,
you do.
He played great. I mean, my goodness, his receivers are so wide open, he couldn't miss. Right? That was more of watching that game and all the conversation, not just here on this show. Not just with our friends up in the Dallas media market, every national show. Nobody is giving Caleb Williams credit for playing a great game. Everybody is hammering the piss-poor defense of the Dallas Cowboys. He was the benefactor.
He was, but he took advantage of it. What do you have, 4 touchdown passes?
Yeah.
The guys
didn't
that were
get sacked.
Wide open.
And it's not like he eluded a lot of people in the backfield to avoid getting sacked. There was just nobody close to him.
There wasn't.
I mean, it was a 7-on-7 scrimmage with him wearing the little red beanie thing.
Well, he gets to go to Las Vegas and celebrate now this week. So
Nice.
they're taking on the Raiders up there in Vegas on Sunday, and so he gets to have a little party, and maybe he'll go by Circa and hang out at Stadium Swim for a little while. And
that'd be good.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Can't wait. Can't wait. November, we'll have to do that.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying.
Well, the Cowboys will get to, hopefully they'll have a win the week prior, and they can go up and celebrate.
Mm-hmm. On our YouTube channel, somebody's mentioning rain.
I've heard that. There's a chance of rain today, but it doesn't look like it when you step outside.
Well, and again, I think this afternoon it's supposed to rain, so I didn't go wash the car today. Maybe I should have. But I am going to a concert tonight out at Floor's Country Store, that UTSA concert series. Country guy. I already forgot who we're going to see. Joe Nichols, I think.
Is that who it is?
I don't know.
That's good.
I'm asking you. Is it Joe Nichols?
I don't know.
I've got it on my calendar.
Good, Joe Nichols. That'll be fun. You'll be a Joe Nichols fan by the time you leave there.
Probably. I'll have fun. Yeah, it's Joe Nichols. I don't know any of his songs that I know of, but I'm sure I've heard some.
I know you have.
I'm going to feel like Joe Reinagel at a concert tonight, but I'm like, if it's raining and we're at Floors.
That's not good.
That's going to suck.
Yeah, it will. I don't think you really have to worry about it. I mean, a lot of people on our YouTube page are saying 20%. I don't think you have to worry about it. It's going to be okay.
We'll see. Anybody else going, let me know.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to this thing.
Yeah. Well,
this benefits the NIL fund, does it not?
It does. Tequila makes her clothes fall off.
Yeah, there you
that's
go.
his famous song.
All right. That's a good one.
Yeah.
He's got a lot more, though, I know. I don't know the names of songs, all right? I don't. But, it's
I
all
hear
good.
a Dura night, huh?
Yeah. Could be.
Yeah.
You take a couple of shots, you'll forget all about Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I doubt it.
And
I doubt it.
It'll be good.
Mm-hmm. Either way. If you're watching on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, appreciate it. If you're listening online, one of the apps, just got a note. Ben is in the Atlanta airport waiting to board his flight to San Antonio while listening to the Blitz.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
Technology
nice.
is wonderful.
Yeah, that's the good part about it. You can watch or listen anywhere that you happen to be.
Yep.
Which is very nice. And we got a lot to talk about today. A lot coming up, and I can't wait for 2:30 because RJ Ochoa will join us from Blogging the Boys, and we were kind of going back and forth on Twitter the other day about the CeeDee Lamb injury. So we'll get to do that live on the radio.
Here we go.
Our good friend Bob Ballou from KEYE Television in Austin will join us to talk about that huge win by the Texas Longhorns on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
55-0 over Sam Houston State. Big win for them.
Go Bearcats.
Yeah.
Eat them up, Cats.
So we'll talk to Bob Ballou about that as well. And we got to think of something to do for our friends on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. I think Jason and I'll put our heads together and do that.
You mean come up with a
something
poll question or a giveaway?
Poll question.
Pledge says
giveaway.
we don't have anything to give away today?
Nothing?
What the hell?
Well, Pledge has got something in the office we can give away.
I know it.
No?
Can we give away a stuffed cat?
We could do that. That would be funny. Because I know there's a lot of people on our YouTube page that are big fans of
I don't think they are.
Kitty Blue Balls or whatever the hell his name is.
I don't think they are. Although they hide the damn thing from us because we'll throw it away.
Yes, we will. We will. When we come back, Brian Shottenheimer, I mentioned him just a few minutes ago. He wasn't as energetic as he normally is, and we'll hear from him a little bit. And Micah Parsons has a little message for Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
We're talking about all of that and more when we continue on this hump day on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
So what day is it, Joe?
Hump day.
No, dude, it's steak night out at the Roo Pub there at 281 and Redland Road. Every Wednesday, steak night out at the Roo. That 12-ounce ribeye, the potato, the salad for $19.95. You can't beat that deal out at the Roo Pub. And you know the Roo Pub is a great place to go watch any big game, any big event. Those 3 massive 170-inch screens, TVs all around. Football, basketball is right around the corner. So is hockey. Hockey preseason's already underway. Go figure. I mean, you got it all. Baseball playoffs are about to get started. Any fights, and when you're at the Roo Pub, go hungry. Now, tonight's about the steak. Get the steak. Steak night is incredible. They also have the biggest and best wings in town. About 15 different burgers on the menu. I love the fried shrimp. They've got great hot dogs, appetizers, salads, I'm told. And that kitchen is open late every day with the full menu available. So when you need a late-night meal, don't go to a drive-thru. Get into the Roo Pub there at 281 and Redland Road. Happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6. The Roo Pub, just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Angry Elephant at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday night at 7:20. The Cowboys take on the Green Bay Packers at Jerry World in Arlington. Pre-game at 6.
I like this kind of party!
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first, then buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. Whether it's a long day on your feet, a demanding workout, or everyday aches and pains, you need relief that can keep up when pain persists. Aleve is here for you with longer-lasting body pain relief compared to leading OTC branded pain relievers. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities, so do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Football season is back on Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss any of the action this season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use my code ROAM and get $50 in bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROAM on Prize Picks to get $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 bonus credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez. The Texas Chancla has your back.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, our golf expert, Will Doctor, will join us at 7:40 to break down the Ryder Cup.
USA! USA! And oh, by the way, we got football getting going again. Man, we got so much to do, so much fun. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports.
So Minix Pledge just sent us a thing that says the Green Bay Packers have never lost when playing the Cowboys at AT&T Stadium.
Well, or anybody. I mean, because they did win the Super Bowl there. They are 6-0 in that building. I know that. We talked about this yesterday.
Well, I'm just saying.
You know, we talked about the fact that
you're a little surly today. You were in a good mood before the show started.
I'm still in a good mood, you know. But I got an 0-3 Texan fan looking for any little nugget, going, "Oh, look at this."
Well, the Texans are stealing guys away from the Cowboys. Stole a dude off the practice squad today.
Mm-hmm.
A defensive back on top of that. I'll think of his name here in just a minute.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That's it. Zion Childress.
Who? Sure his mother's thrilled. Okay, Pledge. You realize nobody else in the world can hear you.
See, Pledge is feeling pretty good because, you know, the Texans have the Titans this week.
Yeah.
So he's thinking that's an automatic dub.
Yeah, well, they are a slump buster.
I'm telling you, that's an automatic dub.
Yeah, slump buster for sure.
Boy, it's going to be sad when the Titans go into Houston
could you imagine?
Wear their Oilers jerseys and knock off the Texans. Wouldn't that be
lollygagging
Mm-hmm. Well, in like Gilbert's, like, you know, Aqib Talib came out saying Dallas's defense is the worst in the league. Dude.
Yes, we know.
He's got eyes just like you do. Did you need somebody to tell you that?
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, technically, though, they're ranked 31st, so somebody out there is worse.
Who could it be? Cincinnati, maybe?
You know, it's funny. I'd have to look that up.
I'd have to look it up,
just
too.
In the rankings that the Cowboys PR department sent out, with the game notes, 31st in total defense.
You think they mention that if they were 32nd?
Oh, well, no, they have to because it's the comparison where they rank. It is what it is. It's scoreboard, man. Yeah, a scoreboard doesn't lie.
It doesn't.
And then you got Micah Parsons coming home. I don't know if anybody's told you that either, Gilbert. Oh, yeah. They got this Parsons guy. Used to be a Cowboy. I'm sure this is breaking news for a lot of you out there, just like those that didn't realize the Cowboys had an awful defense. But Micah Parsons, doing an interview with the AP, says it's going to be painful to hurt Dak Prescott.
It's gonna be painful. You know what I mean? Dak's my guy. He was always like a good mentor for me. But you know what it is. I always told him if I ever faced him that it'll be a great matchup. So I'm excited to see what Sunday brings us. So
I'm sure he's looking forward to that. As a matter of fact, I would think, and he won't hurt Dak. I mean, if it gets to him, he'll just kind of gently lay him down. That's one thing that Micah does. You notice on all his highlights, he never really hits anybody too hard. He just kind of lays them down, doesn't want to get the flag.
Well, and again, he's smart, but he said it's going to be painful to sack him. Even Shottenheimer today literally was asked if he talked to the team about Micah being on the Green Bay Packers.
No. Again, they're all excited to see Micah. Like I said, I'm excited to see Micah before the game. Maybe not on the field because he's such a good player. But, no, I mean, the guys know Micah's coming back. It'd be great to see him. No, it's a normal week, another championship opportunity.
That's it. I know this is going to sound goofy, and this is not a prediction. It's not. So don't hold me to it, everybody out there on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page or anywhere else that you're listening. But if somebody were to tell me, Joe, you absolutely have to put a bet on this game, I'm taking the Cowboys plus 7.5. I'm just saying. I'm taking them. And I say that because I just have a feeling that the Cowboys will – I'm not saying they'll win, but I think they'll keep this game closer than a lot of people expect. There you go. Write that down. I hope you recorded that pledge.
So they're going to be in moral victory range?
Just like against Philadelphia.
But we don't believe in moral victories,
well,
Joe.
In this case, as bad as they looked last week, I think a moral victory would be awesome.
It's so funny because everybody keeps talking about, oh, man, yeah, Green Bay's going to be coming in and all salty after losing to Cleveland. The Cowboys better be damn salty, too, after what they did in Chicago. If they've got any kind of pride with them. Shireen Williams on with us yesterday talking about, I hope Shottenheimer doesn't lose the locker room. And Shottenheimer does have his work cut out for him this week because that was an embarrassing loss. And those players went in there fully expecting to beat the Bears, and they got embarrassed. And you turn on TV, and look, I know that you will hear players, coaches say they don't watch or hear anything. And that is a bold-faced lie.
It is.
If you go into any facility in the NFL, and let me rephrase this. Every facility that I have been to in the NFL, including the Star in Dallas, there's lots of televisions in all of these areas, especially where the players are. And all of the televisions are on ESPN or the NFL Network.
Always.
Always. They can't avoid it. They can't avoid it. And that they've been hearing all week about how the defense just isn't the same without Micah Parsons.
I would say that, we have not been playing to the standard we want to play to, but if we had Micah, you can't predict that we'd be playing any better.
That's right.
You can't predict we'd be playing any better, any worse.
Tell him, Shotty.
Are you 3-0? Are you 0-3? You don't know. I mean, those are projections. So, again, we're focused on the things that we need to get better at. We realize we got to get more pressure on the quarterback, but we also have to cover and communicate better. And those things don't change, and they're not going to change. When we play well, they're not going to change, And so our job as coaches is to always look for solutions when you're doing things poorly, and when you're doing things well, you find different and better ways to sustain that success. So process never changes.
That's right. Never changes.
Now, is it me or does Shotty not sound as energetic and enthusiastic as he normally does?
He doesn't.
Is he tired?
Maybe it's just all business.
Is Micah Parsons keeping him up late at night?
Knowing Micah keeps you up even more at night. because I've seen him do things that I haven't seen him do yet in Green Bay. It means it's in there. I know he has it. I know he has those tools. But like I said, man, I can't wait to see Micah. I really can't. He's been a huge part of this organization, and just it'd be great to see him before the game kicks off, and then hopefully after the game.
Exactly, not during the game. Hopefully he doesn't show up and doesn't play. Look, it's going to be interesting, but they're going to be paying a lot of attention to Micah. You know they are. The problem with Green Bay is it's not just Micah. I mean, they've got a pretty good defense even without Micah Parsons.
Yeah, but, I mean, it starts with, I don't know, you got a Tyler Guyton or a Terrence Steele, and you got to figure out how do you block Micah Parsons and everybody else.
Micah can be dominant, and we know that. But we're going to hit him, and we're going to put multiple people on him. And you know what? It's going to be a long day for us and the guys trying to block him because he's that talented. But it's not just about Micah. It's about their entire defense. But really, it's about us. It's about us controlling what we control. And those guys out there on defense, including Micah, Rashawn Gary, those guys are great, great players, man. But if we get caught up too much on them, then you lose focus on what really matters, which is your execution.
Cowboys have to run the football on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
They've got to run the football, try to keep Jordan Love on the sidelines, and try to keep Micah out of it. Because if you get in 3rd and long, you're in trouble. I don't care who you are. It's a problem. And they've got to be able to run the football and run it successfully. If they can do that, they're going to stay in this ball game.
One of the things that could work to their advantage. Now, granted, Micah Parsons has the exact same advantage. But we did celebrate Tyler Guyton in training camp in years past because Micah didn't do anything in training camp this year. But even last year, when Guyton was going against Micah, them working together and him holding his own against Micah Parsons, the fact that they have practiced against him so often, Shotty was asked, how much of an advantage is that?
I think at the end of the day, our guys all know Micah. And, again, I hope because they know him. But guess what? He knows us. And he knows, he knows the way they set. So, look, Mike is a great player. Mike is going to make plays. I'll just put that out there. Like, Mike is going to make plays. Does he get a sack? I hope not. But he might. He's pretty good. But I think our guys are going knowing we've got a good plan. It takes more than one guy to block Micah. But let's not forget, Rashawn Gary's a hell of a rusher, too. I mean, this is a defense that's got incredible speed with Cooper and Walker and Micah and Rashawn. And, I mean, they're deep and they're fast. And so our ability to have success against the Packers defense will be about a whole lot more than just Micah, because Micah's a great player, but just adding Micah to the mix doesn't negate the fact that they've had really good players there before Micah got there.
And that's all true. That is true. Micah adds, obviously, to that defense, but their defense is pretty good. And they played Cleveland last week, whose offense sucks, and they just couldn't pull away from those guys enough to prevent that comeback. But Luke Schoonmaker, remember that guy?
Sure.
Yeah. I see a lot of two tight end formations for the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
And, again, they've got to run the football. If they run the football, they don't have to worry about Micah Parsons because he doesn't help in the running game anyway. So you don't have to worry about that guy. Run the football. You do that successfully, Micah Parsons is out of the picture.
You did hear that Tyler Booker's out?
I heard that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cooper Beebe?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, Brock Hoffman did a pretty good job last week.
Pretty good.
Not bad.
And now he's going to be next to T.J. Bass and not Tyler Booker. I'm just saying, you can try to run the football, but if you're getting 2 yards a carry, yeah, right? But Javonte Williams has been good. I'm with you. The plan has to be stay committed to the run.
It has to be, and it has
shorten
to be
the game.
Short passes to Jake Ferguson because I don't have a lot of faith in Jalen Tolbert. I have more faith in Turpin than I do Tolbert. So, and then I think Pickens is going to get double teamed. So the other guys will have opportunities.
Yeah, Pickens is going to have to learn how to get open with the double teams. And I don't be surprised to see Dak try to force some passes in and if they get intercepted, they get intercepted. This is one of those games you're not expected to win. You got to be willing to take some chances.
I can even see, and I don't know, when we talk to Stephen Jones tomorrow, maybe ask him, but this could be a good debut for a guy like Jaden Blue. And I mean, seriously, I mean that out of the backfield, throwing the football to this guy, get him out in space. I don't know, but I think you got to try to do something. And I think Shotty has said it over and over again, and Jerry has said it too. The schemes are going to change a little bit. I'm interested to see what they're going to do. RJ Ochoa might know. What do you think? I doubt it, but he's probably as pissed off as you are.
I doubt it.
More. Yeah, well, okay, probably
More.
so. Yeah,
He's
Jason
salty.
He was really in a good mood.
I'm still in a good mood.
And he's really surly now.
I don't know about that.
Little surly.
I don't know about that.
Between Caleb Williams being
That
the greatest
pisses me
quarterback
off.
in the NFL and, now RJ Ochoa from Blogging the Boys joins us next here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
As we talk about Packers and Cowboys Sunday night, make sure you go download the Underdog app and get ready to play the Pick'em game. Underdog is the best place to make your picks and win money all season long. Of course, you can play here in Texas, and all you have to do is go higher or lower on your players' stat projections. Micah Parsons, haven't looked yet, don't want to look. I think it's going to be scary, but higher on sacks, just higher. Targets for Jake Ferguson and receptions, I'd probably go higher there as well. You get all your picks right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play for as little as $1. So download the Underdog app. Sign up with promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. Again, promo code STAR. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportstar.com.
Argo Group offers a full line of specialty insurance products and services designed to meet the unique coverage and claims handling needs of businesses. As a local employer, Argo contributes to the San Antonio community too, donating to more than 20 area nonprofits last year. Visit argogroup.com to learn how tailored strategies and global expertise can support your business. That's argogroup.com. Argo, we help businesses stay in business.
Lots of college teams have school traditions, like Gig 'em. To get the word out about Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC and Heating, I suggest we institute the following Quarter Moon Yell. Plum 'em!
Plum 'em?
We've got a whole team of fully stocked trucks, and our customers are the best in Texas. I say Quarter Moon, you say Plum 'em. Quarter Moon!
Folks, at Quarter Moon, we have a spirited tradition of solving every home problem imaginable, from plumbing to air conditioning to heating. Call Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC, and Heating day or night, and we'll fix them.
License number TACLA 141074EM16004.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning? RV wins! Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast? RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states and situations.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the HEB Plus, located at 4100 New Braunfels Avenue in Macrelis Market, San Antonio, from 9 a.m. to noon on Sunday, October 5th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by HEB.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place, so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 2:30, the Aggies take on the Auburn Tigers. Presented by Just Punts. Pregame at 1:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You think RJ Ochoa might need a vacation already from football season? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Hi, everybody. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix.
And RJ Ochoa from bloggingtheboys.com joining us here on the Buyers Barricades guest line. You know, we do these on Wednesday because Monday you're just too pissy. RJ, are you calmed down a little bit after the crap performance that we saw from the Cowboys on Sunday?
Were you guys not mad? Is that the intimation here?
No, but you wear it on the sleeve a little bit more than others, and I will tell you, everybody's mad at the defense. I'm not as mad because my expectation of the defense isn't that high. I was pissed off at that Cowboys offense that should be able to score around 30 points a game, and for them to only get 14, that was disgusting.
Well, first of all, I agree with you as far as not being overly mad at the defense in the sense that most people want Matt Eberflus gone. I'm not here to defend the man. I find him to be a kind man, but that being, he's without my comparison. You know, Deron Bland is out. Savon Ravel's still not there. DeMarvion Overshown's still not there. This is an episode of Chopped, right? I'm not mad because he can't make dinner with Fruit Loops and baking soda. You know what I mean? But that being said, the offense lost CeeDee Lamb, and while that is something that was difficult, I'm kind of with you, Jason. It was disappointing, certainly for them to be so moribund. But it just goes to show that, you know, they're kind of a group that, for anyone who's unaware, I used to assemble the two deeps that Jason and I would use when we would call high school football together. And this is a team that's built if you go perfect and according to plan, great, but the moment one thread gets pulled at and things are not perfect and perfectly designed the way they were in the vacuum, all hell breaks loose and they can't recover.
Well, RJ, you know, unlike you and Minix, I am pissed off at the defense, and I am pissed off at Eberflus, and the reason why is it looked like the Bears were playing against a bunch of 10-year-olds out on the street. I mean, that's how wide open their guys were. And Caleb Williams winning NFC Offensive Player of the Week today just goes to show you that. Look, I understand all those guys you mentioned are out, but Eberflus is supposed to be a defensive mind. You know, against the Eagles, he made the adjustments. They looked better in the second half. Against the Bears, he didn't do anything.
So the only place I disagree with you, Joe, is I think that as we gather more data, and I said this at the time, not in a I'm super smart way, but it was difficult to know that Thursday night whether Eberflus and the Cowboys made defensive adjustments or if the lightning delay just zapped all offensive energy from both sides. And it's worth mentioning that neither the Cowboys nor Eagles scored after that lightning delay. And I think that, again, the evidence we're gathering from that point to now suggests that it really was just the delay more than that the Cowboys locked in. I agree with you. He's a pro. And I think, narrative doesn't make the loss count more in the standings or anything, but it does hurt the narrative. This was in Chicago against the team that he was formerly. Every Bears fan walking out of Soldier Field on Sunday was high-fiving, and on top of everything was saying, That's why we fired that guy. That's why we got rid of him. He sucked, right? Like, and everyone shared that sentiment. And so it was particularly bad. I mean, he's insistent on playing zone coverage almost 100% of the time in modern NFL times, which is an interesting move to say the least. But I'm also inclined to blame everyone, because there were 4 plays of 30 yards or more that the Cowboys had against them. All of them came in the first half. 3 of them came in the first quarter. 2 of them came on one singular drive. I mean, there's a lot of quit and a lot of give up happening on the field that Matt Eberflus has nothing to do with.
You know, RJ, as you say all that, and I don't necessarily disagree, but at the same time, his coverages, whatever he was calling, and when you hear Jerry talk about in his interview on 105.3 The Fan yesterday that the front end wasn't in sync with the back end, to me that's on coaching, and that was the entire game. That wasn't a single play where, man, that was bad communication on that play, and that's why the big play happened. It was the entire game. I mean, that is the biggest indictment on a coach from an owner/GM who then tells us that they're all really good teachers, right? And then you point out that the communication was so bad the entire game, adjustments weren't made. It was so bad, there were times where you weren't even sure which guy was supposed to actually be in coverage, if there was coverage, because some of those touchdown catches and receivers were so open, you thought the defenders were photoshopped out of the picture. They just were never in the picture.
Yeah, my mom is obsessed with that function on the iPhone where you can like hold and remove people. You know what I'm talking about? It feels like that's what they did. I mean, I'm with you. Like, dude, this is people always, you know, for the last half decade now have, when things are bad, likened the situation to 2020, the Mike Nolan year, the Tabasco in the eye, and all that garbage. Like that actually makes sense. Like, and not in a everything feels bad, no, like in a measurable way. This is already, I mean, it's a very small sample size, but through 3 games, we are seeing one of the worst defenses in Dallas Cowboys franchise history. I love to always comb through historical archives. I do that every Monday or a day after a game. There are no defenses in all of Dallas Cowboys franchise history who failed to record multiple takeaways to the first 3 games of the season. There are now. This is the first one to generate fewer than 2 turnovers in the first 3 games. And the 1 turnover they generated actually could come with an asterisk if you wanted to apply it, because it happened in overtime of the Giants game that Jason was in attendance for. So it took an extra period for it to come in general. This is, and look, it's not all Micah Parsons being out, and that point will be emphasized this week a lot, obviously. It's DeMarcus Lawrence being gone, and that point is exacerbated because Micah is gone. It's not having proper players in the secondary. It's not having modern coaching to make up for the lack of talent. So, I mean, it really is each and every single part of what they have going on that is fundamentally poor right now.
Well, it is, but it is early, RJ, and I mean I mean that in all sincerity. And even though it looks really bleak this week with Green Bay coming in, it's a week-to-week league, and I just can't believe the Cowboys are as bad as what they showed on Sunday in Chicago. And I look for a much better performance. Will it be good enough to beat Green Bay? I don't know, but CeeDee Lamb is a problem. That's out, and I have to bring this up because you and I disagreed on Twitter about this. That was the dumbest play in the history of dumb plays, RJ. I don't know how you can defend that play.
The disagreement for the audience, because I'm interested in offering context, was disagreeing whether or not it was wise for Brian Shottenheimer to hand the ball off to CeeDee.
Yes,
because that's where the consternation has come from, is that it's dumb he got injured on a play that was a handoff as opposed to a reception, which is his day job, for lack of a better term. Look, I have, and I think my history with this radio station and on this show specifically well documents this. I have zero issue bagging on this team. In fact, if you want to bag on this team, get in line, because I have a long list of demerits. But this is purely hindsight evaluation in my mind. Is it unfortunate that CeeDee got hurt? Absolutely. Obviously. Nobody would have preferred that. But his ankle could have gotten rolled up on any particular moment in time. And beyond that fact, I am a fan and an advocate for involving the most dynamic offensive skill player you have in as many different ways, and specifically in as many different creative ways as you can. And this shouldn't, hinder Brian Schottenheimer from handing the ball off to CD or anybody else in the future. It's just football, and sometimes things happen.
Well, let me just say, all right, creative ways.
Okay.
Creative ways, I'm all for. Handing the ball off to your best weapon on offense and making him run through the tackles. I mean, the play lost 2 yards, whether he gets hurt or not.
That point would hold water, Joe, if he was injured in the scrum, if he was injured within the tackle box. He wasn't. He'd gotten out by that
The
point.
entire Bears defense knew who was getting the football. There was no secrecy there. There was no imagination there. There was nothing.
Do you think that the Bears defense is ever surprised by CeeDee Lamb getting the ball? Like, he's going to get the ball on a very frequent basis.
10, 15 yards down the field, I'm happy to have him get the ball. And if he gets hurt there, it's unfortunate. But you don't put your best weapon when you have a running game. You don't put your best weapon in the backfield and hand him the football. That's just stupid.
Why do the Lions do this with Amon-Ra St. Brown? Why did the 49ers do this with Deebo Samuel?
Wait.
Why did the most innovative and brilliant offensive minds make sure to give their most talented offensive skill position players the ball in as many different ways as possible?
Amon-Ra St. Brown, if I recall, got the ball, and then he pitched it to a real running back.
That time.
On Monday night, but there's an extensive history of him handling, different balls. And
you guys want to take up for Shotty on that?
The course of Lions history.
It was the dumbest play in the history of dumb plays.
I mean,
you don't do that.
He has a history of running the football. CeeDee Lamb has since he's been a Cowboy. He had 14 carries last year, but they didn't have a real running back last year. I can see both of your points, but because he got hurt, it's a big deal. This would be like me bitching that, man, Dak actually played in the preseason and he got hurt. Son of a, right? I mean, if he doesn't get hurt, we don't even talk about that play. And it actually never happened because Terrence Steele got called for holding. So if you look at the official record, the play never happened.
He got hurt for no reason.
Well, on a play that didn't happen.
It's, again, unfortunate, but I would do it again. I mean, and I wouldn't blink about doing it again. That's the reality of football. I mean, Joe, you can't just design. What you're doing, I only want things if they have good results. Okay, cool. Well, I'll get you the golden ticket, and you can go hang out with Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I'd love to. That'd be great. I always wanted to do that, RJ. That'd be fantastic.
RJ Ochoa, bloggingtheboys.com. Here on the Blitz, the original Rock the Mic winner. RJ, the Bears game was a disaster. You and I have been doing this together a long time. There's always a game the Cowboys lose. They have no business losing. Was this the one?
No. I
crap.
think that one would be like I think that would be like the Jets. You know what I mean? Like that would be a little bit more theater, if you will. It is something. Like I said a lot, or have said the last 2 days, that the Cowboys lost twice on Sunday because by the time you had just kind of gotten over it and just, maybe you were checking on your underdogs or your prize picks or your fantasy or whatever for the night game, Russell Wilson looks just, like the worst quarterback to ever live. And you are just reminded at how awesome he looked last week for the Cowboys. And so it's just, and then NBC's talking about it. Mike Tirico's like, I don't understand how he threw for 450 last week and he looks so bad now. And then in the next breath, NBC's saying, hey, next week, Micah Parsons and the Packers visit AT&T Stadium. We'll be there to talk about Gene Jones's art during commercial breaks. But this is it was predictable, I guess, to play Joe's game with the benefit of hindsight. But it's going to be that way all season long. I have a hard time finding the one they're not supposed to win that they do take home. Is it Sunday against Green Bay? I certainly wouldn't bet on that. And in fact, I have yet to actually do this, but I've been meaning all week to look this up. The Cowboys are 6.5-point dogs right now at home. I believe, off the top of my head, that's the largest line against them with Dak Prescott under center in their home building ever. They have never been significant underdogs like that in their home building with Dak playing quarterback for them.
Keep in mind that line started at 7.5, RJ, when it first came out early in the week. It's already come down a point. I'm telling you, I think the Cowboys have a legit shot in this game. And you know me, I'm not the biggest Cowboy fan that ever lived, but I honestly do. If they do some things right, because I'm not that sold on Green Bay, to be honest with you.
I mean, is it impossible? No, on any given Sunday and all the tropes and cliches, I suppose. But I think part of it is, and look, this is an incredible weekend of sport, right? Joe, I know you and I are both pumped for the Ryder Cup. I mean, that's going to be incredible action all weekend long. Saturday gives us Bama, Georgia, Oregon, Penn State. We get a Chiefs-Ravens game, Eagles-Bucks, right? Like, I mean, this is the truest. Let Jason smoke all your meat and sit on the couch and don't move at all for 72 hours. And so, like, my point is, like, every eye in the sporting universe is going to be on this game with their bellies full of incredible football sporting action from throughout the entire weekend. And so in those circumstances, the most hilarious thing tends to happen to this team. The most, like, predictably, flamboyantly negative things tend to happen to this team. And so I would in no way be stunned if they not only lost, but I mean, they got like roundhoused. Like if Micah had 5 sacks and it was, if the game was a pure and total embodiment and testament to how stupid it was to trade him away, like on a play-in, play-out basis.
RJ Ochoa, bloggingtheboys.com. Green Bay's been really, really good at Jerry World. I mean, really good.
They've never lost.
They've never lost there. Cowboys haven't beaten them since 2016. If this gets ugly, we're still in September. Your concern level that Schottenheimer loses the locker room in September?
That's very low. Like truth be told, I really am excited for this game to be over specifically. Even if they get destroyed. Like, I mean, and what I mean by that is, I mean, look, they traded Micah a month ago tomorrow. Like it was 4 weeks ago tomorrow. And from the moment they traded him, we knew, right? We knew September 28th, week 4, like we knew the sporting calendar and all the events that were going to be, like we knew everything. And so this was kind of like, I mean, we've all had whatever it was, like a root canal or something that's just on the calendar and you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. The day comes, you go through with it, and it sucks exactly the way you thought it would suck. But then it's over, right? Like I think that there is a dawn, right? Like the sun shining over the apocalyptic dystopian world after like it was completely and totally destroyed on Monday morning at the Star in Frisco. But at least they can, like Monday is their chance to finally take a step forward. You know, it was so chaotic through all of training camp, and it's just been stuck in this standstill vacuum from the moment of the trade to this moment in time now. But once he's played the game there, once all that stuff's over and the takes and the memes and everything happen, then it's just a normal toxic Dallas Cowboys football season, and I think Schottenheimer can handle it.
Nobody's got a better way of putting things than RJ Ochoa.
Except RJ is showing his age. Clearly, he went root canal. He's not yet gotten to the age where a colonoscopy is required.
Well, this is true.
That would be
I'm
much
very,
better
very
analogy.
proud to have showed my age. Yeah, like very, very proud of this. So you guys can, endorse that particular day on your calendars. I hope that you don't have one anytime soon.
Well, the worst part of that day is the day before.
Yeah, prep.
The actual procedure is fine. It's the day before when you can't get 3 feet from the toilet.
Yeah. Just wait, boys.
I don't know anything about that.
Just wait.
It's happening.
Just wait.
By the way, I think Brian Schottenheimer just said he's got a great play this week. George Pickens at running back.
Again, I'm a big fan of you. We had the good times with the peanut butter bowl and everything, but this is purely, hindsight. That's all it is.
I'm looking ahead, RJ.
If CD had scored a touchdown on that play and had not gotten injured, would you have walked into the studio on Monday morning and been like, what a bunch of dumbasses? No, you would have been like,
actually, Reinega would.
I would have, because when he lined up in the backfield with nobody back there with him, I go, what the hell are they doing?
I will defend Joe on this one. Every time CD runs the ball, Joe gets pissed off.
You are wrong, objectively, right? Like you're wrong in all ways.
I was wrong. You were right. I just clearly think your best offensive weapon should not be put in the backfield. You have running backs for that. Get creative with them in other ways, but not between the tackles. That's all I'm saying, RJ.
Josh, so your idea is to just be predictable, right? Just be mundane.
Predictable.
Well, he lined up at tailback. That was about as
pretty
predictable.
Damn predictable,
yeah.
RJ. I mean, you got to admit that. Everybody on the planet knew he was getting the football.
to Jason's point, he hasn't been involved every single time he's done that. Now, is it an alert level, like, hey, somebody who's not there is there now? Absolutely. But again, I really think that you're reaching here to blame anyone involved. I appreciate Brian Schottenheimer trying to do this. In fact, you mentioned George Pickens. George Pickens has been utilized in motion, the third fewest among all wide receivers who have played at least 75 snaps this season. So he could actually afford to utilize some more creativity with George Pickens because they're just sending him out there and having him run X routes over and over and over again.
Well, now he has to because he doesn't have CD Lamb. So Pickens, he's got to get creative with him now.
Starting running backs hurt. Javonte Williams is going to have to step up.
Javonte Williams.
I love
RB2.
you, RJ. Love you.
Yeah. RJ Ochoa, bloggingtheboys.com. Make sure you read him over there, watch him, and follow him on Twitter at RJ Ochoa. RJ, appreciate you, man.
USA is going to win the Ryder Cup. Yo, let's take it home. Keep it home. Bethpage Black. We're winning it 14.5 to 13.5.
All right. Hey, I love that. I hope you are correct on that, my friend. Very good. Good to see you, RJ.
Jason agrees.
Sure.
Yeah.
RJ Ochoa on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com.
Okay, we got that off the chest. That's
you good?
Yeah, well,
you a little
I
worked
suppose.
up?
You know,
is there some sweat building up on the forehead?
One of
Joe?
these days, RJ will see the light, but until then, we'll just have to keep praying for
Funny,
him.
he says the same thing about you.
Well, I guess we're both never going to see the light. That's the way that it goes. Let me ask you something, Minix. You've had a vasectomy, correct?
Yeah, live on the radio.
Well, apparently Matt Stafford had one live on the football field.
Well, sort of.
It's kind of. We're talking about that when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, you know the best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. Up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between. License number 149. Call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
Riding home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com. The Fall Golf Classic. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com. You know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Football is back, baby, and Underdog is the best place to make your picks and win money all season long. You can play it in Texas, too. Guys, it is fun, it is exciting, and it's a great way to get in on the action. Playing is so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more, and you get it right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Is Dak going to go higher or lower on passing yards? Will CD score a touchdown or not? All that makes the game a lot more fun. Get in on the action at Underdog Fantasy. Download the app now. Sign up with promo code ALAMO to score $50 in bonus funds when you play the first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Houston Texans have raided the Dallas Cowboys. In fact, they raided their practice squad today and got defensive back Zion Childress. They signed him to their 53-man roster. The move adds depth after cutting C.J. Gardner-Johnson yesterday and cornerback Derek Stingley Jr. suffering an oblique injury in their loss to the Jags. New York Giants head coach Brian Daboll confirmed today Jackson Dart is the team's starting quarterback beginning this week and for the rest of the season.
Sports Center brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Yeah. Happy Hump Day, everybody. Hope it is going great for you, whatever you may be doing out there. Thanks for taking some time to be here with us, however you may be doing that, on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Like and subscribe said page if you're on the radio. Thank you very much. Or the bazillion apps that you can listen to on our this fine radio program. I'm Joe Reinagel. That's Jason Minix.
Online, sasportstar.com.
That too.
So many different ways you can listen, you can watch. We certainly do appreciate it. I know we're all football at this point.
Yeah.
UTSA basketball just sent an email announcing some of their non-conference games for this year's schedule. I guess they're going to get paid a lot of money, but UTSA basketball, they're going to go play Alabama, Colorado, and USC.
Uh-huh. Well, that'll get them ready.
I mean, I understand why they don't do a home and home, but it's good for those basketball players, I suppose.
Well, it'd be a nice trip out to L.A., to USC, and Alabama, Colorado. That's
now Austin Claunch came here from Alabama, so
well, there you go.
For him going home. But
have you heard anything about the basketball team? Are they going to be improved? Claunch is, I mean, he's a good coach.
I can say, I don't know. I say that. I just saw him about 2 weeks ago at the tailgate party over for UTSA football. First time I've actually met the man in person. We've had him on the show, but I'd not met him in person. And he was some really tall dudes are with him. I assume part of his basketball team. He told me then he likes his team, but have you ever heard a coach say, "Yeah, dude, we're gonna suck"?
Yeah,
right?
No, never.
Now,
heard
granted,
that. No.
you have, but not a new coach trying to turn things around.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully he can turn things around, and we'll see what happens. But certainly I applaud him for scheduling those games, though. I mean, if you want to get better, you play good competition. And so I applaud him, and it'll hopefully add some excitement as well.
Well, and again, there's some money games, and, from what I do here, He's brought in some guys that are kind of expensive, and so with that comes expectation.
All right.
But you got to raise some money to do that. So, hey, let's go play Alabama. Let's go to Boulder. Let's go to USC.
I think it's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
So good for them.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll have more on that. Maybe have him on the show at some point in time.
Sure.
When that time comes.
Yeah. Basketball season.
Yeah.
Is
when football season's over.
Well, for us, yeah.
Yes.
But they actually start pretty soon.
No, I get that.
The NHL preseason is underway.
Wow. I missed that. I'm sure that's thrilling.
NBA training camps are about to open.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
September 29th.
For the Spurs. Media Day. It's also the day of our golf tournament.
Yeah, that's coming up like this Monday.
Yeah, they do.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I think they do that just so we can't go. Although we have asked him, can we get somebody to call in?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold your breath.
Crickets.
Hold your breath. So far. So far. Let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
There are a couple of jobs that you would put on there that, man, I don't know how somebody does that. Just the danger level of them. A repo man, and again, you go try to steal somebody's car.
Yeah.
The bounty hunter types, although, and the guy that has to serve you papers for the court.
Yeah.
Right? Those could be pretty dangerous jobs in some ways. Never mind the fact that if you are trying to serve papers to somebody famous. Now, keep in mind, there's been a lot of high-profile athletes that had their homes burglarized. So you would think, I don't know, Travis Kelce was one of those. They probably increased security. He's now engaged to Taylor Swift. That probably caused increased security. Well, apparently, Taylor Swift, somebody needed to serve her papers as part of a lawsuit. There's details on that. I don't need to get into it. But the guy serving the papers decided in the middle of the night to scale a fence at Travis Kelce's home to try to get to Taylor Swift to serve papers.
2:15 a.m. is when this guy did that, and it was the incident happened on September 15th, and that was the same day, or I guess the next morning, after a Kansas City Chiefs game. So they were there.
They were there.
But 2:15 in the morning?
Well, I mean, maybe you were camping out waiting to see when the motorcade, because I'm guessing they travel with one of those.
I would imagine.
Got to the house, the game is over. It ended late. You go to dinner, and then by the time you get home, all right, I know she's there. they're not going to answer the gate, so I'm just going to jump the fence. There's a lot of security there. This guy's lucky he didn't get shot.
Yeah, he's really lucky that he didn't get shot. He did get arrested, however.
Yeah.
And so that's not going to turn out too good for him.
Can you imagine Taylor Swift just answering the door at 2 o'clock in the morning, wearing whatever she wears at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Well, like she's going to answer the door anyway.
Well,
all right. When's the last time Taylor Swift answered the door?
Well, you don't know.
I don't think it's been a while.
I mean, you have no idea.
She's got a butler or something for a maid or something.
We think, but maybe.
Do you honestly think somebody comes knocking on Taylor Swift's door and says, "Hi, how are you?"
She's going to answer at 2 o'clock in the morning?
She's not
or call
doing
the cops?
That. She's not doing that.
Uh-huh.
Just don't know, Joe.
No, I do know in this case.
Yeah,
she ain't answering the phone.
Yeah.
Or the door. Maybe she'll answer the phone. I don't know.
She thinks she's going to answer an unknown number?
Well, no. She damn sure not answering the phone
at
2:15 in the morning.
Would you answer your door at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Probably not.
Would you even get up out of bed to go look?
Well, yeah, I would do that probably with a weapon involved. Yes,
Like a butter knife?
No, something a little stronger than that.
I would check my cameras.
You know, it's they think of creative ways to serve people. I got served in the airport one time.
What?
Yes, going to a Spurs playoff game.
That must have sucked.
Here, dude, I thought I was.
Hold on. Story time with Joe music.
Here, I thought it was just some fan, you know? I mean, I'm going as I'm saying, "Hey, are you Joe Reinagel?" "Yeah, hey, how you doing?" "You've been served." And I'm like, what what? This was divorce papers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Which ones?
Well,
although
there's so many.
I mean, there's been a couple.
There has, yes.
So the guy booked the flight to get past
No,
security?
He was in the San Antonio airport.
Well,
I don't know how he got in there.
Was it beyond TSA?
Yes. This was before. I'm trying to think.
Well, which wife?
This was before 9/11, so.
Oh, so the first one.
The first one,
oh.
yeah.
Wow.
I was about to say it had to be pre-9/11.
Yeah, it was a lot easier to get
back then. I mean, those
then.
papers were faxed over to the guy to go serve them too.
So he did. You know, this guy's a big fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He probably still tells that story.
Yeah.
Hey, you Joe Rhino?
They can.
Did you ever split your pants on TV?
Never did. No.
J.J. Watt apparently had split pants the other day, and I guess a lot of people were watching his crotch and commenting on social media about his tidy whities.
Dude, this was not split pants. This was like a hole. And you're right. I mean, who the hell? I watched that game, and I'm like, I never noticed J.J. Watt's whites. I mean, come on. Who's looking at J.J. Watt's crotch? I don't know. Maybe a lot of women are. I don't know.
Pledge. He noticed.
But some dude.
He's holding a football down there.
Well, he was, but he moves it eventually.
Well, that's how everybody knew that he was wearing tidy whities.
And there's a hole in his pants. It's not like he ripped the seam out in the back. I mean, it's a hole. I wonder if he walked by a hook or something and got hooked.
He says he thinks he must have split them when he was ducking under a pipe in the low ceiling in the TV broadcast booth.
What the hell was he doing that for?
Well, because he's super tall.
Ducking under a pipe.
He said it was a low ceiling.
Uh-huh.
I mean.
Yeah, I wonder.
You never ducked to not hit your head on something?
Well, I have, but I didn't put a hole in my pants.
Well, he does wear
Did you?
Ridiculously tight pants.
They were pretty tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that or the guy's huge. One of the two. I don't know. Just poking out of there, you know?
To go from that to Kelly Stafford.
Wow.
Now, I can only imagine what it's like as a family member watching an NFL game, especially, say, you're Kelly Stafford and Matthew Stafford, who's been dealing with a lot of injuries, doesn't look quite right on a play. He was injured, and Kelly on a podcast explained what she was going through.
Injuries around the league, they're hurtful to teams. We all know this. And I had a little bit of like a deep breath moment when Matthew was slow to get up after a play. And being there is tough because you can't tell. Like on TV, they're replaying it, so you can see what is what maybe be hurting him. So I'm texting my friends, I'm like, what are they thinking? And they're all kind of like, I don't really know. Like, it looks like it could be his knee, or is it his back, or he's old. So what part of the body might be hurting? All of it. So he goes back in, thank goodness. And after the game, I'm like, hey, what was going on? Like, are you okay? And he was like, yeah, I got my nuts crushed. Okay. So listen, don't know what it feels like. Yeah. Time out. He got his nuts crushed. So, and as women, we don't know what this feels like, right? But I'm like, okay, well, and I looked at him and I said, well, you know what? That's God's way of taking care of your vasectomy since you haven't done it in the last 2 years. So thank you, Jesus. And he just looked at me and he was like, I go, ice him on the way back, honey. You'll be okay. Like, I mean, I'm thinking knee, I'm thinking back. And he's like, my nuts. And I'm like, woo, praise God. Vasectomy doesn't even be needed right now because God took care of it.
Yeah.
And he's probably thinking, I'd rather it be a knee than my nuts.
I don't know whether she wants to celebrate that too much. It could be the end of little action for her.
Well, I mean, she's thinking vasectomy. Safe
I
sex.
get it.
Worry-free sex is the best sex. And she's apparently been on him about getting snipped, and he's put it off.
Well, he's a baby. Like, the rest of us.
It's easy.
Yeah, whatever.
It's easy.
Well, your scrotum was beautiful, apparently.
It was. I mean, Dr. Tallywhacker told me, that was his name, Dr. Tally, that I had a great scrotum. We did that live on the radio.
So I can't believe that I did you the huge favor today of sending you a story with great pictures, and we're just going to glean right by that?
Well, it's because we ran out of time.
Is that what it is?
Or we're going to tease it forward to the next segment.
I even said in the
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll tease
it's called
that
a
forward.
tease.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Because everybody's going to want to go to their website and see those pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a little time.
A lot of time.
Looking.
Mm-hmm. Did you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you?
Of course. I mean, if you take the time to send me an article for show prep, I'm going to take the time
to
be
well versed in it.
Yes.
Well, good.
It's called show prep.
That's it. Yeah, it's exactly. That's all it is. My goodness. Has something to do with the San Diego Chargers. So,
no, it doesn't.
Or the L.A. Chargers, or whatever
boobs.
the case may be. Well, but who saved the day for poor old Justin Herbert? Apparently, he's got a lot of fans out there.
Well, got a pair.
A lot of shiny fans, apparently. We'll talk about that at some point in time during the show. But when we come back, we've been talking about Jackson Dart getting the start.
I thought we were going to talk about this.
Are we going to talk about this?
That's what teasing it forward means.
Oh. I thought some point in time was, later in the show. We'll keep teasing it. All right,
Although we spent 3 minutes talking about it as a quote-unquote tease, we could have done the segment at this point, but we're way
late. Who saved the San Diego Chargers or the L.A. Chargers?
There we go.
Or whatever the hell they're called.
Yeah.
We're talking about it.
He's distracted. It's understandable.
Here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When you need an electrician, you know Hill Electric is available for both residential and commercial needs. I know I've used Hill Electric for a variety of projects at my home through the years. They do fantastic work, have for well over 3 decades. The family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. And whatever your project is, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price. Never a service charge, always free estimates. So it costs you absolutely nothing to figure out what it will take to get a project done. Project at the house, project at the office. Call Hill Electric, 210-404-9074. 404-9074 or hill-electric.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Argo Group delivers specialty insurance tailored to your business, backed by expert claims handling and global experience. As a proud local employer, Argo gave back to more than 20 San Antonio nonprofits last year. Visit argogroup.com. Argo, helping businesses stay in business. Argo Group offers a full line of specialty insurance products and services designed to meet the unique coverage and claims handling needs of businesses. As a local employer, Argo contributes to the San Antonio community too, donating to more than 20 area nonprofits last year. Visit argogroup.com to learn how tailored strategies and global expertise can support your business. That's argogroup.com. Argo, we help businesses stay in business.
Thinking about replacing doors or windows? Well, whether it's one, two, or all of them, for the best price and quality, I've got the company for you. Hi, everybody. This is Joe Reinagel from 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. For windows and door renovations, call and compare. Whether it's a window or door project at home, or if you're a contractor, windows and door renovations. 210-284-7888. Offering a wide variety of designs, styles, and materials. Save more with window technology that helps maintain your home's temperature, making your AC work less and your electricity bill go down. They're also selling Anderson windows, and all of their work comes with a lifetime warranty. Get the best price. Call now, 210-284-7888. Proudly veteran-owned and committed to supporting our military community. For more information, look them up on Facebook as Windows and Door Renovations. Call today, 210-284-7888.
My name is Jessica. Years ago, I was diagnosed with a thyroid condition. I slept all the time, was fatigued, had no energy, and a bad attitude. Now I've lost 50 pounds and I'm still losing. My medications have been scaled back. My emotions are stable and I have lots of energy. People at work say I'm happy, perky, and my husband says he's not walking on eggshells around me any longer. The Institute for Functional Health changed my life.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
At Frost, we go above and beyond with our services, like getting to know our customers by name, offering 24/7 real human phone support, and always keeping a supply of treats for our four-legged friends. You know, the little things. Like when a customer was out of town before a hurricane and their Frost banker drove all the way to Corpus Christi to tie their boat down. We couldn't make that up if we tried. Frost, exactly what you unexpected.
Make the Break Room on Pat Booker Road in Live Oak your football watching headquarters. Watch all the college and NFL games on the 17 HD TVs. The Break Room shows all UFC and boxing events with no cover. The kitchen is open daily until midnight with karaoke on Tuesday nights and a DJ every Friday with pool, darts, video games, a patio. It's more than your average neighborhood bar. So check out the Break Room at 8084 Pat Booker Road in Live Oak. Follow the Break Room Live Oak on social media for the latest specials and events.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, our golf expert, Will Doctor, will join us at 7:40 to break down the Ryder Cup.
USA! USA! And oh, by the way, we got football getting going again. Man, we got so much to do, so much fun. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Dallas Cowboys is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Well, some of the folks on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page say there is some rain falling in parts of this beautiful city of San Antonio. I've heard Alamo Ranch, Helotes. So if you're getting some rain, congrats. But it looks like it's going to rain the rest of the afternoon. We'll see. But I hope stay safe out there. Hope you're doing that. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason. Show prep can be a lot of fun.
Work.
Really can be. We came across a story. Actually, I came across a story and gifted it to Jason.
Yes, his own website that nobody's ever heard of before called Barstool. You might want to check it out.
You really should, right? The headline is Madison Beer or Jess No Face. Who deserves more credit for the Chargers and Justin Herbert having an undefeated season? And I find that fascinating. And first and foremost, I'd never heard of Jess No Face. And if anybody out there has, well, congrats.
Pledge, have you heard of Jess No Face?
I knew he had. I knew it.
Are we supposed to believe that?
He knows now.
Let me look her up. Let's see. 29,000 followers. Only Maury Vasquez in our listening audience that I know of. Mutual friends.
Props to Maury. The reason they say that, and obviously the story's well known, that Justin Herbert and Madison Beer are dating. They're a couple. And obviously Madison is very shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very shiny. But then you see this Jess No Face, and I guess that's her thing. I mean, it's not just a title. It's like she never shows her face.
Again, for show prep purposes only, as I've gone through her Twitter page, she never shows her face in photos. Looks like it'd be fantastic. The rest of it is.
Big Chargers fan, though.
Well, again, though, to your point, who deserves more credit? One is sleeping with Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
The other tweeted out this article and said, I would be happy if Justin Herbert even knows I exist.
Oh, wow. Well, then obviously you gotta hand the edge to Beer.
I would have gone that way anyway because, after a tough day at the office, she helps him relax.
Yes. But if something happens to Madison Beer, then Herbert's got a bench.
I think he's a quarterback in the NFL. He's going to have a bench regardless. And Jess No Face would be happy to be the backup to Madison Beer, it sounds like.
Well, I would imagine so. And to your point,
and probably a lot on for Madison on trying to see who could become the starter, if you will.
Now, I'm just saying, I have to. I'm an admirer of Jess No Face and her imagination, because there's a picture of her with a Herbert jersey on, and a thong.
Yeah,
and somebody has written on her booty, "F the Chiefs."
Whose job was that?
I don't know.
I mean, unless she's extremely talented, she didn't write that herself.
No, she didn't. Whoever did, though, did a great job. Well done. But the canvas was, easy to ride on.
It's hard. Yeah, it's definitely hard.
This could be a poll. I took a poll. Who's responsible for Justin Herbert through 3 games having an MVP season? And if you want to go see this story, you're more than welcome to. It is on Barstool. It's worth your time. Male, female, dog, cat, horse, doesn't matter. Go take a look at it.
And again, for those of you needing the excuse just in case, it's work purposes.
Yes.
And for us, it really is our job. For you guys, because Pledge is going to create a poll, to participate in the poll, you need to go look. It's okay.
Right. Exactly.
We'll write you a note.
Yes, we will.
Claymore needs a note.
Claymore does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Claymore on our YouTube page. You can go to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. I can't wait to see how that poll rises.
It's going to be one of the biggest polls we've ever had. That's for sure. Go take a look at it, and we'll get Pledge to put up a poll, and it's either Madison Beer or Jess No Face. I had no clue that woman existed until today.
Justin Herbert has no clue she exists.
Well, you don't know that.
Well, according to Jess, she doesn't know that, so we're just going to go, yeah.
I have not seen Madison Beer in Chargers gear, so that's a strike against her. Now, I know she takes care of Justin after a game.
Wasn't there a photo of her at the game wearing Charger gear?
I don't know.
Question, have you looked for Madison Beer in Charger gear?
Well, no, I haven't.
He got caught up on this video with the rain and the wetness and everything else, and he didn't look past that.
The wetness, huh?
Well, the Chargers never look better as far as I'm concerned. So I'm just saying it's you need to go take a look at it. It's on Barstool, and let us know, and we'll get Pledge to put up a.
Madison spends a lot of time in the pool or in the rain.
God bless her. God bless her. We'll ask Bob Ballou who he thinks is who he thinks is responsible for that. So we'll our good friend Bob Ballou, our Texas Longhorn insider, will join us next.
Lose your train of thought there, man? Having trouble speaking?
On 94.1.
Oh, that video's still playing. I see it over there.
San Antonio Sports Star.
Mm-hmm. Perfect time to tell you about my friends at Synergetics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. If you've been dealing with low energy and you just want to get back to being your old self, go get tested at Synergetics and Low T Center. They have been changing the lives of men across the country for well over a decade, and really the most medically driven, results-focused care to restore the patient's quality of lives through hormone care. If you've noticed you're just tired, you're not motivated, it's not just aging, it's a physical and mental change to your body, testosterone does help. Synergetics and Low T Center, they're the experts. They've been around doing this for a long time, clinics all around San Antonio. And what's great now, technology. You can get at-home treatment or go to the clinic, but it does start with a test at the clinic that's quick and easy. It takes about 20 minutes because they have an on-site lab. If you need it, start treatment that very same day. Synergetics and Low T Center also has a long history of helping women find their hormonal balance. So go get tested. Do it now. You could end up winning some really cool stuff. Book a free TRT consultation, and you're automatically entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a major sporting event. They select winners every week. So book that appointment now, trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your priceless vinyl collection. Sure, you sleep on a futon because the money most people would have spent on a bed you spent on more records. But forget the fact that you can stream just about any song ever created for a few dollars a month. No, you need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Football season is back on Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss any of the action this season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use my code ROAM and get $50 in bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROAM on Prize Picks to get $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 bonus credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together, because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Booker Road. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
We do have our poll up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. If you'd like to go there and vote, we do have a few votes.
Poll.
But you need to go vote on this thing. Who is more responsible for Justin Herbert's MVP season thus far? Madison Beer or Jess No Face? At this point in time, Madison Beer is leading 58% to 42%. That could change, though, so go vote on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. This is the Blitz.
See the thing because I got a poll that's staring at me.
On 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, I'm Joe. He's Jason.
Bob Ballou from KEYE Television in Austin. Are you familiar with Just No Face or Madison Beer, Bob?
Yes, I am.
Which one, Bob, or both?
I mean, I'm going to give the credit to Madison Beer.
Okay.
I just think if you're actually with him, that probably has more to do with it than if you're not.
See, Bob Ballou, an expert on everything
Of course he is.
on the Buyers Barricades guest line. It's just a great reason to do some quote-unquote research.
Exactly.
And look, 55-0 against Sam Houston. I think that is what most people expected Texas to do. I was talking with a guy this morning. He's actually going through some NBA classes at UT online, and he's like, every Monday all we do is bitch about Arch. And, man, I tell you, he gets no credit because it was Sam Houston. And I said, well, wait a minute. It doesn't matter who was on the other side. He didn't know what was going to happen. He had to make the right reads and make good throws. And that's exactly what he did. Forget the opponent. It was the decision-making that you should have been paying attention to. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, of course. I think that, I think where Arch Manning is right now, all of that stuff is going to be overanalyzed. People are going to jump on and off the ship based on what's going on with him and whatever else. I've maintained all along he's going to be a special talent. Basically all of us didn't think it would get off to a slow start the way it did, but that's okay. I mean, it's part of it. And I would like to, again, I'm not acting like Sam Houston is a world beater here, but I feel like everybody all week has been like, it's just Sam Houston, like whatever, FCS school. And it's not that I disagree. They're not very good this year. I get that. This is an FBS school now. They won 10 games last year. They beat Texas State. They won their bowl game. They went 10-3 last year. So as much as I want to say, like, everybody thinks of Sam Houston as the FCS school, it's still now a competitive FBS program. So before we just dismiss that front of it.
Now wait, Bob. Right? Now, my kid went to Sam Houston. I've been following him for a long time. They won a national championship her senior year. Casey Keeler left for Temple, and 78 dudes hit the portal. And Phil Longo, who was Mac Brown's OC at North Carolina, now the head coach there, scraped to put a team together. This isn't the same team from a year ago.
Still a program. I'm just making the point they're not an FCS school. Everybody thinks of them as an FCS school. They're no longer an FCS school. But on top of all of that, the bottom line in Saturday night was Texas did for the first time this year what it needed to. And that's a step. And there was literally nothing else you could have asked out of Saturday night. I don't know that anyone in the local media was making it out to be more than that. I don't know that any of us were saying, oh my God, Arch Manning's back. The Texas is back. It's all back. Nobody's there. Now on a national level, I know that people love to yell and scream and do what they do. That's fine. Everybody can think what they want. My point in it was all they did was exactly what they needed to. Nothing more. They shut them out. Arch looked good. And listen, for all the emotion that he showed, I really can't figure this part out. I don't know why anyone has a problem with it. For a guy that struggled through 3 games to figure out what was going on and who he was going to become and what was happening with the offense and all those things. And then he shows emotion. He plays great. They win, and then everybody's like, "Oh, well, he shouldn't have done that."
Well, his mom was mad at him.
It's ridiculous.
And I'm like, of course they were, but that was hilarious that he says mom was mad at him. But who cares? He pushed Sark at one point. He was screaming on the side. He's realizing who he needs to be as a quarterback, to be successful. Now, listen, I think there's another side to this that probably a lot of people won't get into right now, which is how will he handle the real adversity like he did at Ohio State, when he faced real adversity at Florida, real adversity in the Red River, like all those things. How will he handle it? Can he get his emotions to still be that fiery? Because, listen, the one thing that Quinn Ewers was so good at was if he threw a pick, he came over the sideline like, I mean, so what? Like, I'll just go back and I'll make a better throw next time. And like, he was so even keel on when he made a bad player, made a good player, whatever. He just kept that even keel. Arch shows a lot of emotion. So how does he handle adversity in a big moment versus all the success that he's having in a big moment? Because the adversity early on, he didn't handle it very well. So now he handles all the winning well, the success well. Well, when it goes back to adversity at some point, and obviously it will, how does he handle that? And I think that's the next step that we need to see from Arch.
Well, I can't wait to see it. And look, I saw you
all
post.
Of us, yeah.
Well, you posted something right after the game that I thought was right. Texas did what they needed to do. Arch had a good time. Whether that gives him the confidence to move forward or not, we'll see in a couple of weeks or a week from Saturday when they go to Florida. I think they're catching Florida at a pretty good time. Oklahoma now without a quarterback, they're going to catch them at a pretty good time, I think. And I think this Texas team, I think that's not a bad thing, Bob. I'm saying this Texas team has a real opportunity to get off to a pretty good start in the SEC.
Don't buy it. DJ Lagway is going to play. John Mateer is going to play. Don't buy either one of those things.
Are you kidding me?
Both those quarterbacks will be on the field.
Mateer's not going to play.
Yes, he will. There was a report that came out today that said there's a chance he'll be ready for Red River, depending on his if his recovery. If he takes it seriously and does what, he'll be on the field for Red River. I said that yesterday.
Well, I hope he is.
Have a sneaking suspicion he'll be back. I do too. There's nothing back. Like I think number one, because you don't want Oklahoma fans to be like, well, we have to play our backup and whatever. you want to beat the best at all times.
Oklahoma
I think
sucks.
Texas will see. Well, it is 346.
Yes.
But but it is. To your point, Joe, I think you're right. I think you want to see John Mateer on that field because you want to be the best and you want to beat the best to get there. And I think there's this whole, and now there's the whole thing I've seen, which I know we talked about it some last year, but Texas played some backup quarterbacks last year. Some of the guys just weren't good enough to keep their jobs. Some of them were because of injury, but they played certain backup quarterbacks throughout the year. And that was a big deal for people. People were like, oh, well, Texas is just getting the backup quarterback every game. Well, now we're seeing DJ Lagway, who I was one of the biggest proponents of him here, and he's been awful this year. But you want to play the best, and I hope John Mateer. I got to meet John at SEC Media Days. Almost said Big 12 Media Days. I got to meet John at SEC Media Days, and he was super nice, great kid, really excited for the opportunity coming over from Washington State. But that's the thing for Oklahoma too. You look at that situation and you go, I mean, Ben Arbuckle and the offensive coordinator that came from Washington State and John Mateer are joined at the hip in this offense. What will Oklahoma look like with Michael Hawkins back there? It didn't go very well last year. What does that look like if that ends up happening and he plays? So I think you're right, though, Joe. It's a great opportunity for Texas right off the bat to see who they are in the SEC, what they believe they can be. The thing that's going to get them there, and I'm going to go back to this over and over, it's most likely not going to be Arch throwing for 400 yards a game. I think what's going to happen is they're going to have to run the football. And whether C.J. Baxter's healthy or not, I think they're going to get Quintravian Wisener back. We'll see. But those guys got some invaluable touches on Saturday. Jarrett Gibson looked really good, didn't fumble, which was a good step for him. I'm interested to see James Simon a little bit more. But I don't, if you get C.J. Baxter and Quintravian Wisener back and you go on the road and you've got your running game and then you've got that defense that they've got, there's a real opportunity to do some damage in Gainesville.
Absolutely. And again, you get a bye this week, which they need. And Arch needed a game like that, 2 weeks to get ready, whether Mateer plays or not. Surgery is surgery, so we'll see. It is his passing hand. And I've said for a while, right, Bob, I mean, following him at Washington State, I knew Oklahoma got a good one, and it pissed me off. And you hate to see an injury derail anybody, but it is 349 and OU still sucks. And since you almost mentioned Big 12, and with Texas with a bye this weekend, and excuse me, so many big games this weekend, the one piece of news this week that surprising yet not yet surprising is Gundy getting fired at Oklahoma State. And I'm curious your thoughts on that. One, it's September, and a guy like Gundy gets fired after all his years there. When Texas and OU left for the SEC, wasn't the path wide open for Oklahoma State to be like the flag-bearing school for the Big 12? What has happened in Stillwater that has led to this moment for the Cowboys?
Yeah, it's a really interesting point, and I even said this last night. There were a lot of opportunities for the years where Mike Gundy did things and Oklahoma State could have moved on from him, but they couldn't move on from him because he was winning 10 games a year. And it's one of the classic cases of winning solves everything. Like, it doesn't matter how bad things look on the outside or what's going on the inside. If you're winning 8, 9, 10, 11 games a year, going to the Big 12 championship game, you're going to keep your job. I mean, or short of something obviously like crazy.
Sure.
But you're going to keep your job. And then I think there were probably people, I'm obviously not entrenched in Stillwater, but I have a feeling there were people in Stillwater that have wanted him out for a long time. And they went 3-9 last year. They lost 10 straight conference games, lost to Oregon by 66, and then you lose at home to Tulsa. I think they just said it's time. You have to realize a year, not even a year plus removed from being in the Big 12 title game. So they had one bad year. He loses his starting quarterback to start this year that they really liked. And then it's a disaster early, and they're just like, all right, we're done. It's interesting. But that's where we are in college football, obviously. He's the third coach to get fired, and we're 3 weeks into the year. And whether it's deserved or not, but I think it was either the AD or president that said today, once you make that decision, you move from it. I mean, you can't just sit on it and go, we're going to fire him and let him come back and do something else. Like, if you know you're going to make the decision, make it and move on. I do think it's a little for him to be. He's the winningest coach. He's the winningest coach in Oklahoma State history by 108 games. He won 170 games, and second place is 62.
Well, but it's a stepping stone job and has been until he got there. Right.
And he made it something. He turned it into something great for 20 years. And I saw there was a player that wrote on Twitter, you guys have no idea what you've just done. And in some ways, quite honestly, obviously not in the same realm of everything, but like it kind of reminded me of Mac a little bit, where it was like it got to a point where they went 5-7 in 2010, and then he came back and won 8 or 9 games the next 3 years. But everybody was just like, no, it's time to move on. Well, then you get Charlie Strong, who was terrible for 3 years. You get Tom Herman, who lost every friend he had here. And then it takes you – so you go 7 years of really bad football for the most part, maybe average football at some points, to get to Steve Sarkisian, who then goes 5-7 his first year. So, like, you never – when you make those decisions, you never know what you're going to get next. And it doesn't matter how much you think – if they go hire G.J. Kinney at Texas State – I mean, I know there are a lot of names you can throw out there. I'm just using him as the example because I'm sure he's going to be up for a lot of jobs. If Baylor falls apart, he'll be up for the Baylor job, all those kind of things. But, like, if you go hire G.J. Kinney, there's no guarantee that G.J. Kinney's going to go to Stillwater and win. And so you have to be adamant that this is the right move in the right moment, and we're going to make it now.
Well, Bob, they kind of sucked anyway, and then Oregon just blows the door. Look, I don't blame them, and I think sometimes after 21 years, you know, the smell, the odor starts to really reek on some people, and you just need a fresh start. Whether it's Kenny or we've heard Jeff Traylor's name mentioned and a variety of others. Sure. I just think with the money that Oklahoma State has, and I don't just Oklahoma State, I think Texas A&M, name a big school. I look at it this way, and I've heard arguments on the other side, but now that you can pay players, I think college coaches are going to get treated a lot more like NFL coaches. You spend all that money, you bring in players, and you don't win, I think your time's going to be a little shorter than it has been in the past.
There's no doubt. I mean, it goes quick, and it's amazing to see that happen. I mean, again, 2 seasons ago, they were in the Big 12 title game. They went 3-9 last year, and they pulled the plug 3 games into this year. Like, that's how quick it went. From competing for a possible place in a playoff type. I mean, obviously not that year, but with the expanded playoff now, if you win the Big 12, you're going to get in the playoff. You're 1 game from that to a year and 3 games later, and you're fired. And you're the winningest coach in program history. And that's what I mean, though. Like, it's going to go quick. That to your point, Joe. I mean, it's going to go really quick for some of these coaches. So you got to stay on top of it. And I don't think a lot of times you see those things coming. I feel like with Bundy, there have been so many things over the years that people pointed to, like, okay, this is going to be the end, and then he'd win 10 games. You're like, well, we can't fire him. There was just it was always a weird relationship on that front, on the, like, there was just stuff that kept happening, but he kept winning, and there's nothing that makes up for winning.
Bob Ballou, KEYE Television in Austin, the Stampede podcast that he does with BY and Mac Brown. Bob, bye week, man. You going to just sit and watch a whole bunch of football?
Yeah, for sure. We had Chris Del Conte on this week, so we had some good stuff from CDC. I did want to say this, too, though, before we get into I figured the first thing we would talk about was Joe blasting me in fantasy football last week.
Nobody cares about your fantasy team.
You two do.
I'm surprised you haven't been fired yet.
Should
be. I'm 0-4. What are you gonna do? I actually just told Pledger on this. I'm 0-3 in our league, 0-3 in my other league, and 0-4 in college fantasy football. It's going well this year.
Wow. Yeah, nice.
And I have like the 4th most points in all of this. But anyway, regardless, I did think this was funny. I was thinking about this today. Arch Manning, everybody talked about, the Heisman Trophy before the season and all those things. Let's just say, as an example, that Texas runs the table in the SEC and goes 8-0. You don't think Arch will be in New York?
Absolutely,
he would be. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody acted like after last week, before Sam Houston, that everybody acted like nationally, like his career was over, but more like, we said he was going to win the Heisman Trophy. He's terrible. He can't do it. It's wild. This is not a prediction. I'm not saying, but it's wild to think where they sit right now. He goes and plays really well over the next 8 weeks, and they win all 8 of those games. That he'll be in New York for the Heisman Trophy after everything that we've talked about before Sam Houston, when we were like, he's terrible, he's awful. Paul Feinbaum's off the boat. This person's off the boat. We need Quinn back. We need all. And then it's like all of a sudden it gets right back. So those things come in waves, and I think it's fun, and that's what makes college football.
And you got some people that are out, and then I got Teddy just sent me a deal with comparison with his uncles and said he's going to be fine. Yeah. He's on the same pace as Eli and Peyton. Don't worry, it's all going to be fine. Not an instant superstar, but he's going to be fine.
And he's only 2nd right now in FBS in touchdowns scored.
That's it. Only 2nd.
Only 2nd.
Uh-huh.
Passing and running, he's 2nd behind Fernando Mendoza.
I know you're an AP voter. You let those Heisman guys know about Robert Henry, the nation's leading rusher for the UTSA Roadrunners.
I will keep. I'm a Heisman Trophy voter as well, so I will definitely keep him on my ballot and keep him in mind. And you just keep doing your thing, and then you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, don't let us down, Bob, because this kid is something else, man. He's one hell of a running back.
He's got a touchdown of at least 74 yards in every game this year.
That's wild.
Well, the first 3 games, it was his first touch of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and one of those happened against Texas A&M before you say, well, they haven't played anybody.
Yeah, and he had 2 of them against Colorado State. He should be at the top of your list. We're campaigning for him.
624 and 7 touchdowns. That's pretty good. And
not bad.
2 receiving.
Yeah, especially when you consider their offensive game hasn't been on track, and they're trying to figure out what's going on yet. Yeah.
Wow. Hey.
Research.
This is the great part of hearing this stuff is you get to find out, and we go through and figure out who's good and who's not, and what a worthy candidate he is right now.
And Bob, I'm putting you down
9.2 yards per carry.
I'm putting you down for Madison Beer. Is that who you want?
If you could vote for me in that poll.
I got you, buddy.
And change your fantasy team name to Eberflus, because if you're that high scoring at 0-4, you've got the Flus flush.
We were. I was at Missouri when Matt was there. He was the defensive coordinator in Missouri when I was there under Gary Pinkel. And when they would have a bad game, we would always say they were Eberflustered. We were always so Eberflustered. And so here we are again. The Cowboys being
full circle.
Little Eberflustered.
Bob, we got to run.
It all comes full circle.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
See ya.
Bob Ballou on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online, buyersbarricades.com.
Dude, my hope for the Cowboys just gets better and better and better. The practice report and the injury list just came out.
Yeah.
It's a long, long, long list for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
They may not have anybody to play this weekend.
Stop.
We'll talk about that. And Micah Parsons talks about being disrespected. Is it because of his video tribute not going to play at Jerry World? We'll hear from Micah as we return here on the Blitz on 94.1. San Antonio Sports Star. First, I got to ask you a question. You've been thinking about replacing your doors or windows? Whether it's one or two or all of them, you want the best price, right? You want good quality for the best price. Look, I got the company for you. Windows and Door Renovations. Let me tell you something about this company. They've got all the quality windows and doors that anybody else has. The difference is this company sells them for less. You owe it to yourself to call and compare. Before you do anything with anybody else, you got to call Windows and Door Renovations, 210-284-7888. Whether it's a home project or you're a contractor. Look, if you're a contractor, you really need to call these guys because they're going to take care of you. They're going to give you quality products for the best price. You're not going to be able to do any better than Windows and Door Renovations, offering a wide variety of designs, styles, materials, and the new window technology these days. I tell you what, they're going to help maintain your home's temperature, and, well, that means your AC is going to work less, your electricity bill's going to go down. All of their work comes with a lifetime warranty. I'm telling you, do not sign anything with anybody else until you contact Windows and Door Renovations. 210-284-7888. Proudly veteran-owned and committed to supporting the veteran community here in the San Antonio and South Texas area. You need more information on these guys? You really need to check them out. Go to Facebook, Windows and Door Renovations, or give them a call. Why don't you do it right now? 210-284-7888.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Touchdown Vegas! What a wild finish!
Your home for the NFL. Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Shottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the morning huddles. AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
We're going to be tested this week. I know what the numbers say. I get it. They have given up some explosives, but this is a good football team we're getting ready to go play. They've got good players on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Hey, man, this is a National Football League, and these guys will be a challenge for us, and should be a heck of a football game.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning? RV wins! Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast? RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states and situations.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Calling all Cowboys Nation in San Antonio. Game day isn't complete without the right look, and the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has everything you need. Whether you're headed to the game or watching from home, the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has you covered. Find game day staples like jerseys and hats to fan favorites like hoodies and jackets at any of our 4 convenient locations: River Center, North Star Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and Huebner Oaks Shopping Center. We're open 7 days a week. Find the best selection of Cowboys gear only at the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop.
Hey, Sarah. Heard about your car accident. You okay?
Well, let's see. My car's toast, my neck's a pretzel, and the insurance guy ghosted me faster than my ex. So, peachy.
Remind me why you haven't called Thomas J. Henry Law yet?
Calling an attorney is weird to me.
Yeah, you should totally trust insurance, who profits from underpaying you.
I'm picking up on your sarcasm.
You need to pick up the phone and dial Thomas J. Henry Law.
Car accident? Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com today. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Behold the Colonel's Giant KFC Chicken Sandwich, a towering, extra crispy monument to flavor. Such a huge amount of juicy, hand-breaded KFC chicken at a pretty tiny $3.99 price for the Colonel's KFC Chicken Sandwich. I mean, $3.99 isn't even worthy of the same epic soundtrack as the KFC Chicken Sandwich for only $3.99. The Colonel lived so we could chicken.
Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
For the very first time, Bears quarterback Caleb Williams is one Player of the Week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He gets that honor after his strong performance in Chicago's 31-14 victory over Dallas. Green Bay Packers will be without right tackle Zach Tom, who is not expected to play Sunday night against the Cowboys due to the oblique injury he suffered in a loss at Cleveland. That's good news.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
And it's a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Yeah. Hope you're having a great hump day wherever you may be and however you're listening. We appreciate it here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. This is The Blitz. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix. And, Caleb having he got himself a plaque today.
Hey, it's congratulations, man. You won an award for winning against air. That's fine. It is what it is.
I thought he meant the camel.
Well, yes, same thing. Both of them were humping along on Sunday.
Buy into us.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, he deserved it. 4 touchdown passes.
Yeah, nobody else in the NFC had a good game against a real defense.
Could have been yeah.
I mean, did you watch the Lions and what they did?
Pick any one of those Lions.
Those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right, though. We need to celebrate Caleb, where he was drafted, his expectations, and if he could only play an Eberflus defense every week, he'd be a Hall of Famer.
Same with Russell Wilson, huh?
I mean, that's it. Russell Wilson, Cowboys, 400 and 1,000 yards, and everybody else he's thrown for 160 and got benched.
He did. Jackson Dart has been named the starter for the rest of the season, not just this game on Sunday, but the rest of the season.
What I'm going to be curious to see for Russell Wilson, is this the end of the road for him?
I hope so.
Likely. But when I think about Jackson Dart being named the starter today, and you hear rumblings from New York that the locker room, namely Malik Neighbors, they had to make this move to keep the locker room together. Malik Neighbors said after the game, dude, it ain't on the quarterback. It wasn't last year either, which looked like a big-time shot at the coaching staff because saying that it wasn't the quarterback last year and it's not Russell Wilson, it's the play calling. But he apparently wanted that change, and they made it. The part that I find interesting, though, or that I will find interesting, because they kept telling us Jackson Dart isn't ready, and when he hit certain milestones, he would be named the starter. That's been all the reporting all offseason when it comes to Jackson Dart. But he's been QB2, which means Russell gets hurt. He's the quarterback. So how ready was he? He was a play away. But now that Russell has been benched, Jackson Dart QB1, who's QB2, and who's going to be the emergency quarterback? Will Jameis Winston move up, and will they treat Russell Wilson the way they did Baker Mayfield in Carolina and have him playing defensive end on the practice squad?
Look, it doesn't matter. That team's a disaster. All right, Jackson Dart's the future of that team. I think this is the way to go. The problem is Brian Daboll is not. I don't. The only way Brian Daboll saves his job is if the Giants reel off every game from here on out and win the Super Bowl. Other than that, Daboll's gone, and the GM's probably gone with him. So I think Daboll says this was his decision.
Yeah,
I don't believe that for a minute. If it was the locker room, fine. Or this came straight from the top. This was whoever the Jerry Jones is, or the
Mara
of the New York Giants made that call and said, "Look, we drafted this kid. He looked great in preseason. He needs to play." And look, Daboll knows that. He's like a dead man walking at this point in time.
You know, it's interesting, and we talked about this during that Hard Knocks in season. And it was brought up again this week in talking about the Giants. The arrogance of that coach and their GM when making decisions on players like Saquon Barkley, like Daniel Jones. And now it's coming back to bite them in the ass, which is kind of interesting because I'm surprised they survived last year after them getting rid of Saquon and watching Saquon do what he does, because that owner was not on board with Saquon. But I hired you to make these decisions. You make the decision. And you go back to that Hard Knocks, and for Barkley to do what he did last year and wins a Super Bowl, I'm surprised those guys are still there. So who knows? I mean, if Jackson Dart's looking like he could be the guy under the quarterbacking wizardry that got Daboll the job to begin with, which, Josh Allen. And granted, remember when Josh Allen showed up in Buffalo, the knock on him was he was inaccurate as hell. He was tough, but he was inaccurate. And Daboll gets a lot of credit for turning Josh Allen into a great NFL quarterback. But we haven't seen it now with Daniel Jones. And, Russ, what are you going to do? But what can he do with Jackson Dart? Even if they're not winning games, if Jackson Dart is showing improvement, Daboll might save his job.
I don't see it. And again, Daboll may be one of those guys that's just not a head coach. Great coordinator and in that, but he may not be the head coaching type. And New York's a tough place to do that. You're going to get that media is brutal.
Sure.
And so they're giving him a hard time. But look, Jackson Dart looked great in preseason. This is a whole new ball game, obviously, because it's regular season football, and he's going to face some challenges that he didn't see in the preseason. So we'll see how he does. But I just think he is the future, and I'm normally one that would like to see a guy sit on the bench and learn for a year. But in this case, I don't think Daboll has a choice. He was told to do this, and he's doing it. And I don't think it's his choice at all. And we'll see how it turns out.
And again, if he's trying to save the locker room to save his job, whether it's good for Jackson Dart, not good for Jackson Dart, but you can't keep going with what you've seen from Russell Wilson outside of what he did to Dallas. That's the bottom line.
Dallas is a quarterback saver this year.
I tell you, if you need something to brighten up your day, I credit Joe Reinagle. He found an article on Barstool, and it's created a poll on our YouTube page, and it's fun to just go vote on something, right? So go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page and you could vote. It's a tough question, I realize. Who's more responsible for Justin Herbert's MVP-like season through a couple of games? Madison Beer or something on social media called Jess No Face? There's pictures on Barstool. Google image is wonderful. That's just for you guys on a Wednesday.
And Jess needs a little help in our poll. We've got
Jess needs no help.
Well, 67% say Madison Beer.
Well, it's because she's sleeping with Justin.
Well, so maybe we should have put that a different question. Who's shinier? Maybe that should have been the.
It doesn't matter. Just go entertain us in the poll, but entertain yourself with the Google image.
You're all very welcome, by the way. That's what we do.
Oh, gift on a Wednesday.
For our listeners.
On a hump day.
Male, female,
From
doesn't make any difference.
Hump day?
Makes no difference, does not. We all know Oklahoma State. The job is open. Mike Gundy fired. Jeff Traylor has been named as a possible replacement. Depending on what article you read is where he is in the rank of things. Well, he addressed his team today about the Oklahoma State rumors. We're going to hear from the UTSA head football coach, Jeff Traylor, when we return here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. First of all, I want to brag on my Kinetico Quality Water Softener. I love this thing. If you've listened to the show for any point in time, you know that I love this thing. It is one of the best things that we've done for our house ever. I'm going to tell you, I'm that appreciative of this product. It is the greatest. It's the most popular water softener on the market. They've been serving San Antonio for over 50 years, and all their products are made right here in the good old U.S. of A. And I love the fact that you don't plug this thing in. No drain on your electric bill, first and foremost, but it provides soft water 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Thunderstorm comes in, knocks out the electricity, you're still going to have soft water. It doesn't make any difference. It is just outstanding. The warranty coverage is outstanding as well, but I'll be honest with you, I've never used it. So I'm going to take their word for it. It's just that good of a product. You need to treat yourself to a Kinetico quality water softener. And the folks at Kinetico are making that pretty easy because when you purchase a Kinetico quality water softener, they're going to give you for free a reverse osmosis drinking station that they will install right there at your kitchen sink. It's like having bottled water right there at your kitchen sink. It is fantastic. $400 trade-in of your old water softener, and they're going to give you some free money. I love this part. 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. You don't want to wait. Give Kinetico of San Antonio and the Hill Country a call. The numbers to call, 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at KineticoSA.com. And you know the jingle, sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Kinetico.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday night at 7:20. The Cowboys take on the Green Bay Packers at Jerry World in Arlington. Pre-game at 6.
I like this kind of party!
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Kinetico, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The porkrinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero college football post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
24 monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended. Balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
You're on the list for Macy's Fall VIP Sale. That means you're invited to save big on this season's top designer looks at prices you'll love. Like an extra 30% off Calvin Klein, Steve Madden, Hugo Boss, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty and fragrance from Estee Lauder, Lancome, and so many others. This only happens a few times a year. Don't miss the Fall VIP Sale tomorrow, only at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, our golf expert, Will Doctor, will join us at 7:40 to break down the Ryder Cup.
USA! USA! And oh, by the way, we got football getting going again. Man, we got so much to do, so much fun. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1.
Anytime there's a job opening in college football, well, Jeff Traylor's going to get mentioned as a possible replacement. That's a credit to him and a credit to what he's done with the program here at UTSA. And it has happened again. Mike Gundy fired yesterday at Oklahoma State, and well, Jeff Traylor's name has popped up. This is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason. And you know what's going to happen every single time.
Every time, especially if it's in this region. You know, any school in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, because he has ties in his coach there. You know, I'm not worried about, I don't know, UCLA.
No.
But regionally, and where... Now, granted, everybody loves to coach everybody loves to recruit Texas. So maybe there's an opportunity that isn't Texas, but who can recruit Texas? Jeff Traylor.
Oh, no doubt.
He, did say today that he did talk about the rumors or his name being out there with his players.
I have. I always do. It's no different than all the other things we've heard since I've been here. I've proven over and over and over again this is where I want to be. My wife and I absolutely love it here. And what makes that stuff happen is us winning games. That's why that happens. So we are always on Temple. That's it. That's it. Now, the reason I had to address it is just because I want to make sure that they're hearing it from me, of my commitment to stay at UTSA and my wife and I, how much we love San Antonio.
And look, he always says that, and he always does. And that's the right thing to say. And maybe he truly has no interest in Oklahoma State or anywhere else for that matter. But he had to say that. It's on to Temple. That's what we got to concentrate on. I'm getting this out of the way.
The reality, though, all of that, 100% true. I believe Jeff Traylor when he says he loves it here. His wife loves it here. And he's focused on Temple. But at some point, he'll get money whipped. At some point, the right job, and he's going to leave. I'd love for Jeff Traylor to coach here for another however many years until he decides he wants to hang up the whistle and retire and join us here on the afternoon show or whatever it is he decides he wants to do. Go be a grandpa. Whatever the case is. Every coach always says that. There are thousands of examples of a coach in the morning doing a press conference saying, I don't know what you're talking about. I love it here. This is where I'm going to be. And then all of a sudden, there's a press conference the next day, and he's got on a new shirt and a new hat. Look at DeBoer leaving Washington. All the talk, I'm not leaving. Why would I leave Washington? Why would I? Private jet to Alabama, and there's a press conference. The way things are going for me, might regret that decision, but that's what every coach says at this point. That's what they have to say at this point. With Jeff right now, I 100% believe him. We don't know where Oklahoma State is at in their search. We don't know if they've already started sending out feelers to agents. There's reports that they've already made an offer to the OC at Oklahoma. What is he going to say? I'm not worried about that because I've got to get a new quarterback ready. Mateer is hurt. Whether it's a G.J. Kinney, they're all going to say, and they have to say, they're happy where they are right now. Because if they don't get the job, who wants a coach that says, oh, yeah, dude, I got my resume. My agent's been on the phone already. I've talked to him. We met for coffee in Kerrville because we didn't think anybody would recognize us there. No coach is ever going to say that.
Well, they're not going to say that, but, I mean, it's kind of stupid for people to think that coaches aren't like the rest of us. If you get an opportunity to move up in the world, to get paid more, you're going to listen to that opportunity. And I don't think anybody's going to hold that against anybody. I would hope not anyway. Because that's the way the world works. We all want to try and make as much money as we can, and we want to move up and do the job. And I think eventually, you're right, Jeff Traylor will get an offer from some school, and he will move up, and he will be a coach in probably one of the Power 4 conferences. And so I truly believe that. He says what he has to say now. And if Oklahoma State's already made an offer to somebody, I mean, that's on them, and I think they're foolish to do that. I wouldn't do that now. Who the hell's gonna leave their school? If this dude left Oklahoma right now, he'd be hammered. You can't do that.
No.
So I don't believe that rumor at all.
Well, and again, I mean, who knows? Privately, do we have a handshake deal? And
that could be.
I mean, don't tell anybody. We won't tell anybody, but everybody knows. But you go about your life for 6 months, and then all of a sudden, you're changing jobs. I mean, that's the way some of this has to work. I'm curious, though, in today's world of college athletics, with the portal, with the fundraising aspect of everything, would we get to the point where a coach would actually leave a team in the middle of the season? Not the end of the regular season, I'm not going to coach the bowl game, or let's use GJ as an example so it's not Jeff. GJ says, yep, I'm going to take the Oklahoma State job, but I'm going to finish my season here at Texas State. That's just weird.
Well, that is weird.
But are we at that point, though, in the way college football is now? It's if you remember, and GJ has experience at that because he took the Texas State job while UIW was in the playoffs. And he was spending his mornings over there off of Broadway and his afternoons in San Marcos. He had changed shirts on the way.
Yeah, maybe a little different situation. I mean, he is moving up in the world. And again, it's hard for anybody to do that. This is an unusual situation. The fact that we've already had 4 schools now fire their head coach this early in the season is I mean, I can't remember this happening. Maybe it has, and I just don't remember. But this is unusual. And Oklahoma State needs to just, whoever is going to take over on an interim basis, take over on an interim basis. If there's talks behind the scenes, that's fine. But to put a coach in that situation is just unfair. I don't care what you're doing, and it's not only unfair to him, it's unfair to the school that he's at now. If you want to have those conversations and keep them private, that's great, but this is just an unusual circumstance. And I believe Jeff Traylor and everything that he says. They love San Antonio because he's had an opportunity to move, and he didn't do it. And I think had the A&M job been presented to him, I don't think we'd be talking about Jeff Traylor right now at UTSA. I think he would have gone to College Station.
There's no doubt. In fact, quite honestly, as much as we love Jeff Traylor, if he was offered A&M and turned it down, we'd all wonder what's wrong with him.
Yes.
I mean, that's just being real. At some point, he's going to be at a P4 school. He is that great of a coach. He's on that kind of trajectory. The fact that he got into college so late because he was so successful at the high school level, and if he had gone the college route a lot sooner, he might have gotten the Texas A&M job, but his name isn't big enough yet, or wasn't for Texas A&M at the time. And Texas A&M, they need a name. Oklahoma State, a little bit different. They might want a name, and there's some names out there that they could go get, but replacing a guy that was there for over 20 years is not going to be easy. And I still am trying to figure out, how did Oklahoma State crash and burn so quickly? When Texas and OU left for the SEC, one of the big conversations was, man, who's going to be the flagship school of the conference? I mean, is it Texas Tech? Is it Oklahoma State? You don't have that just national brand in the conference anymore. Could Oklahoma State be that? And with a guy like Gundy, you thought they had that opportunity, and it's been downhill ever since. Quite frankly, they've I would say not quite, but ever since T-Boone passed away, it hasn't been quite as easy for Gundy. Now, some rumors he doesn't like to do fundraising and events and rubber chicken dinners and the kind of stuff that's required, especially in today's world of fundraising for the rev share stuff. If that was one of the issues, you got to find some guy that can do that. And, man, it's hard to beat what Jeff Traylor does on the fundraising trail.
Well, look, they've got plenty of money, and I just don't think that if he didn't like going out, that's one thing. You win, that covers that up, but he's not winning, and they're spending money on guys. And I just think that that's going to be a problem, and I think you're going to see contracts change for coaches moving forward in this world of NIL. I don't think you're going to see those huge buyouts anymore. I really don't. Or there's going to be something there where you can't just come in and rob somebody for free, but at the same time, coaches are going to be held accountable a lot more now, especially when these boosters are coming up with millions and millions of dollars year after year after year, and they're expecting a winner. 3-9 doesn't get it done. Losing 69-3 or whatever that was to Oregon, that does not get it. That's embarrassing for a program like Oklahoma State. I don't care who they're playing, and it just doesn't work. And I just think after 21 years, the smell of Mike Gundy and whoever he rubbed wrong just got too big to handle.
I don't know what the politics are up there, but you wonder how much that factors in. But the reality is Jeff Traylor's name is going to be mentioned for a lot of jobs.
All of them.
If Baylor comes open, Jeff Traylor's name is going to come up. Doesn't seem like any other job in Texas, at least right now, is on that path. I'd almost say, quite frankly, if Lashley leaves SMU for a bigger job, Jeff might be in line for that. And again, when you look at the money that SMU has versus UTSA, that is a very, very attractive job because, Rhett's name has been mentioned some other places. And quite frankly, I wouldn't be mad if Jeff Traylor were to use his name being out in the cycle to get, a couple more years added onto his current deal with a couple more zeros, because that is how the game is played.
Well, look, it's early in the season. So if UTSA goes on and they're competing for a conference championship and they're winning football games, you're going to see this more and more as we move through the season. This is just really unusual that it's happening at this point in time. So we'll keep you posted on what's happening there. Please go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page and vote. We have a poll up there.
A poll, huh?
A poll, yes. Who is more responsible for Justin Herbert's MVP season?
3
Madison
games
Beer
in.
or Jess No Face? And you can go to Barstool, and we don't normally point to but you need to see
Our
this.
Google image.
Our Google image, Twitter,
It's wonderful.
Whatever. Just look up Madison Beer and Jess No Face, who I just got acquainted with today, by the way. I had not heard of Jess No Face.
But you seem to know her well now.
Well, I mean, she wears San Diego Charger stuff very well.
Or Los Angeles.
Whatever.
Just follow her on Instagram.
Or just follow her on Instagram. And I'm not going to do that, Pledge. I can search, but the follow, nah, I don't think so.
She's not worthy of a follow?
Well, she's worthy. That probably wouldn't serve me too well.
Really?
But anyway, you could do that. You want to follow her? Follow her. That's good. Have you already followed her?
Good for you. No.
Yeah. Well, why not? She's not worthy of a follow, Minix?
Well, I haven't checked out her Instagram page.
Oh, okay. Yes, you did.
No, it was
I think
Twitter.
You've checked out every social media thing she has.
Just Twitter.
Okay.
Just Twitter.
Go vote in our poll. Will you do that?
Do better show research.
And when you go to San Antonio Sports Star, our YouTube page, like and subscribe said YouTube page. When we come back, we're going to talk a little Cowboys football, but from their opponent's standpoint. Micah Parsons saying some things, and he says he's disrespected.
Oh, good Lord.
Could it be because of the no video tribute? We'll ask Micah when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, and you need your logo on any kind of gear, make sure you get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. If you need caps done, Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom, just waiting for your logo. And you can get the popular Richardson 112 style trucker caps, Katie caps, Nike Cap America. Sam has them in stock ready for you. T-shirts, screen printed, you need that done, Sam will get you taken care of. If you need your logo on a golf shirt, a dress shirt, go see Sam. He's got all the big name brands. Eddie Bauer, Travis Matthew, Nike, North Face, Under Armour, Port Authority, to name a few. And Sam now carries a full line of Tommy Bahama. So if you want your logo on a nice Tommy Bahama golf shirt, quarter zip, jacket, go see Sam. Over 700 uniform lines to choose from. No order too big, no order too small, and nobody has better prices. Call Sammy's Embroidery and Printing, 210-824-3900, 824-3900. Or better yet, go by that massive showroom down on San Pedro, about a mile inside Loop 410 right there across from McDonald's. Or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportstar.com.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. On game day, great prep makes all the difference. Same goes for your pizza. That's why I go with Frigidaire Stone-Baked Pizza Oven. Fresh pizzas go from dough to done in just 2 minutes.
Whether you're throwing a party or squeezing in dinner between plays, this oven delivers hot, crispy, restaurant-quality pizza right from your kitchen. Only from Frigidaire. Game-ready pizza. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Football season is back on Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss any of the action this season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use my code ROAM and get $50 in bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROAM on Prize Picks to get $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 bonus credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and respect. A firm backed by a track record of success and commitment to our clients. If you've been injured, trust Thomas J. Henry, San Antonio, Texas.
It's football season and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your four-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water system when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great-tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
Call 656 Pure Connecticut.
The Fall Golf Classic. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
Well, I don't know, Jason. The no-face girl needs some help on our poll on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. We've got a poll there. Who's more responsible for Justin Herbert's MVP season thus far? Madison Beer, who he is currently dating. 68% say she is.
Only 68. They need 1% there.
And just no face is at 32%. So
vote appropriately.
Who did you vote for? Are you going to tell us?
No.
Or is this a secret? You can't say who I voted for.
Just to be a smartass and because she needed help, Jess No Face.
Well, I think I voted for her too. But it's 68% for Madison Beer. And I get it. I understand.
She's sleeping with him.
Well, I get that, Pledge. But what I'm saying is I've never seen her in Chargers gear.
She's wearing a yellow shirt in that video.
Well, that's not good enough. No Face is all over with Chargers gear. Even her skimpy bikini is Chargers gear.
For both of them, it's floor decoration for Justin Herbert, and that's all that matters.
I guess the true winner here is Justin Herbert.
Yes.
That's the true winner.
Well, you guys, because Joe found something in Google Images, a wonderful thing. Again, the poll is up on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Go there. Vote, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Speaking of votes, and, the old saying, it's an honor just to be nominated. Congratulations to former Blitz co-host Dat Nguyen. The Aggie legend, great Cowboy, is on the list for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It was announced earlier today. There are 128 on the list for the modern era players. Dat Nguyen will probably be the first to tell you, did he have a Hall of Fame career? He's got a Hall of Fame story, but that's, you put the list out, and just to be a part of the conversation, especially for a guy like Dat Nguyen, is incredible. Now, the list right now is ridiculously long, and then they'll get it to 50, and then 15, and then 10, and then 7, and then 5, right? But the fact that he's nominated is pretty damn cool.
No, it's a great honor.
Nominate. He's on the list.
And he should be on the list. John McClain, who joins us every Thursday, is a Hall of Fame voter. And so ask him what he thinks Dat Nguyen's chances are of getting into the Hall of Fame.
Now, on this list for this year, just linebackers. Navarro Bowman, Lance Briggs, Teddy Bruschi, Thomas Davis, James Ferrier, London Fletcher, James Harrison, A.J. Hawk, Luke Kuechly, Clay Matthews, Dat Nguyen, Takeo Spikes, Terrell Suggs, Lee Woodall.
Well, there's a lot there, but Kuechly, obviously, I think he deserves to be in, and I had another one there, and I forgot. There's a lot of linebackers.
Terrell Suggs. Teddy Bruschi.
Teddy Bruschi was the one I was thinking.
Shane Leckler. Is a punter and kicker. Hell, Adam Vinatieri is on the list. So is Gary Anderson. Shane Leckler might be one of the best punters ever. Remember being at Texans practice one time, hearing him punt the ball sounded like shotguns going off at the range. But is he a Hall of Famer? Your quarterback.
How do you know if a punter is a Hall of Famer?
Well, because the voters will decide that. But, punters are people too. They played. The quarterback's on the list. Drew Brees.
Okay.
Randall Cunningham.
Okay.
Jake Delhomme.
All right.
Rich Gannon.
Uh-huh.
Jeff Garcia.
Okay.
Eli Manning.
All right.
Donovan McNabb.
Okay.
Steve McNair.
Uh-huh.
Phillip Rivers.
Okay.
Alex Smith.
Wow, that's going to be a difficult choice there just because nobody in that list that you said really stands out.
Well, Eli Manning's won a couple of Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Right? Eli Manning was in the final 15 a year ago, and his last name is Manning.
Well, and that's a help, I'm sure. But none of those. I could, make a case for everybody you mentioned, but not one of those guys that you mentioned is head and shoulders above the rest.
Drew Brees and his story?
Maybe.
Donovan McNabb, Steve McNair got to a Super Bowl.
He did. 1 yard.
Phillip Rivers to me is Tony Romo or Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
A lot of great stats, no playoff success. And he doesn't.
He's got the most kids of anybody.
That he does. that he does. Just the running backs on the list. There's 21 of them. Sean Alexander, Mike Allstott, Tiki Barber, Larry Centers, Jamal Charles, Corey Dillon, Warwick Dunn, Arian Foster, Eddie George, Frank Gore, Priest Holmes, Steven Jackson, Chris Johnson, Thomas Jones, Jamal Lewis, Marshawn Lynch, LaShawn McCoy, Eric Metcalf, Lorenzo Neal, Fred Taylor, Ricky Waters.
Well, Priest Holmes has to get in, doesn't he? I mean, I would think he's kind of one of those guys on that list that I would think, yeah, I think he's a Hall of Famer.
I look at Priest Holmes' career, and there was a 3 or 4 year window. He won a lot of us money in fantasy football.
Yep.
But what success did the team have, and was his career long enough?
But his stats were something else during that time period.
They were, but you would have to go with Terrell Davis having a short career that got into the Hall of Fame, but that guy got Super Bowls.
He did. Marshawn Lynch, was he on that list?
Did I read? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could make a case for him. There were several that you read that I could make a case for.
You have Sean Alexander.
Yep.
Larry Centers is a fullback. Jamal Charles.
Yeah.
Warwick Dunn. Eddie George.
Eddie George is another.
It's crazy when you think about Hall of Fame and how hard it is to get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And because a lot of these guys, I think if you got to think about it, you're not. When you're watching Hall of Fame and you understand how special it is in Canton, Ohio, Hall of Fame or not, if you think about it, the answer is no. Yeah, if you've got a debate, and there will be debate with the 50 voters, obviously, but, if I say Eli Manning Hall of Fame, yes or no, guy's got 2 Super Bowls, and he's a Manning. It kind of feels like if I've got to go, maybe, you're probably not a Hall of Famer just because there are so many and so few get in every year.
Yeah, but winning Super Bowls doesn't matter, does it?
Does it?
Well, it matters to the team, yes, but as an individual, look at a Dan Marino. He never won a Super Bowl.
No, but he's got a ton of yards and set a lot of records. Jim Plunkett's got 2 Super Bowls and for some reason isn't in.
Well, that's
and I think if you're a quarterback with 2 Super Bowls, you should be in. And, a few years ago, they got all those guys in like Drew Pearson, because there's just such a backlog of players. And we just went through a couple of position groups. But it is so difficult to get in. The College Hall of Fame, a lot easier. I think 20-some-odd guys go in every year.
Yeah.
The Basketball Hall of Fame. Could you imagine what that would be like if it were just the NBA? Because the Basketball Hall of Fame is global. Now, a guy like Manu Ginobili would have gone in for what he did with Team Argentina.
Yeah.
Let alone with the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, I like the way that it is a limited group. Some guys are going to get left out. Tommy Nobis. Why is he not in the Hall of Fame? And never was and never will be. And it's a lot of guys are going to get left out, and that's just the way that it works. Not everybody can get in, and that's what I love about the exclusivity of the Hall of Fame.
It's crazy, though, as you say that. Defensive backs. Eric Berry, Cam Chancellor, Nick Collins, D'Angelo Hall, Rodney Harrison, James Hasty, Carnell Lake, Asante Samuel, Patrick Surtain, Earl Thomas, Charles Tillman, Troy Vincent, Adrian Wilson, Darren Woodson. Now, Darren was so close last year. We saw him in New Orleans on Radio Row, and I love Darren Woodson. He apparently already knew he didn't make it, and our whole interview was about the party and the planning.
He's a hell of an actor, I'll tell you that.
He is.
He's a hell of an actor.
I felt so bad when I found out he did not make it and that he already knew, because he was doing those interviews were scheduled after they got the knock, yet he couldn't say anything. And I don't know, Darren Woodson, so you start with the guys that were finalists last year. I think they automatically make the top 15, and how close are they going to be again? But look at just the defensive backs. I probably said 7, 8 names of that group that I would say, yeah, they're Hall of Famers. How are they not already in? How is Darren Woodson not already in?
Well, he should be, and I think he will eventually get in. I just do. And they don't make them like Darren Woodson anymore.
No.
For that matter, Harrison. They just don't. Those guys would light you up, and that was when football was actually football, and they would let people hit. Now they don't do that anymore. Can you imagine a Darren Woodson playing football in this era?
Oh, my God.
I don't
think
broke. He'd know what to do.
He'd be broke.
Yes.
All the fines he would get.
Gosh.
Eric Williams is
another one.
Offensive lineman, former Cowboy. He's on there. Richmond Webb, former Aggie. Good dude, too. Willie Anderson, Lomas Brown. Man.
It's difficult for these voters. And Shereen Williams is also a Hall of Fame voter, as is John McClain.
Yeah, tight ends this year, Greg Olson, Jason Witten, Delaney Walker, Vernon Davis.
Witten's got to get in, doesn't he? And you can make a case for Olson, too.
Absolutely.
So that's tough. But only 5 people go in.
Want to go?
So we've named about 10.
Can we do 5
12,
each position group?
15. Yeah, no kidding, man.
The guy that makes the bus gets paid by the hour, so he'd want 25 guys in.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
I have no idea if he gets paid by the hour.
I would assume he does. Dude, just to be able to do that, he ought to be in the Hall of Fame. Is there a Hall of Fame section for the bust maker? This guy was a Hall of Famer.
All he has to do is, here's my work.
Who was it that didn't like their bust?
There's
somebody recently that didn't like it. It didn't look too good.
There's been a handful.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, nothing worse than that wasn't a Hall of Fame bust, but that D. Wade statue. Although he said he liked it.
Well, that's all that matters then, isn't it?
Yep.
If he likes it, he likes it. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. Go to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, like and subscribe, and vote in our poll. I'm going to leave it up a little bit longer, just so we can continue to talk about it.
It's hard. It's definitely hard.
Who is responsible for Justin? Who's more responsible for Justin Herbert's early MVP season? Madison Beer, his girlfriend, or somebody that he has
Just
no
his
idea.
fun on Google Image.
Jess No Face. Google Image, whatever. Look them both up, and you can decide who it should be. And we'll announce those coming up as we continue on a hump day here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, injuries do happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get straight to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, strains, conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at TSAOG.com. That's TSAOG.com.
Riding I-10 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 2:30, the Aggies take on the Auburn Tigers. Presented by Just Punts. Pregame at 1:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E and 16004.
Football season is back on Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss any of the action this season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use my code ROAM and get $50 in bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROAM on Prize Picks to get $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 bonus credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
You know, the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
George gets justice. You've heard the national lawyer ads. Same story, different name. But when you've been through something traumatic in San Antonio, you need a local team who fights for real results. That's why so many get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George is from here, listens to people, and fights to help them get their maximum compensation. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
New Beyond Raw Lit V2 pre-workout. GNC's #1 pre-workout. Now with harder hitting energy, an intense mind-body connection, and enhanced endurance support. This isn't just pre-workout, it's precision engineering for your body. Turbocharge your workout with new Beyond Raw Lit V2. Available now at GNC and GNC.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Houston Texans have poached Cowboys defensive back Zion Childress off their practice squad. They did sign him to their 53-man roster. Move, of course, adds depth after cutting C.J. Gardner-Johnson yesterday and quarterback Derek Stingley Jr. suffering an oblique injury in their loss to the Jags. And New York Giants coach Brian Daboll confirmed today that Jackson Dart will be the team's starting quarterback for the rest of the season.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
And it's hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Yeah. Hope you're having a great hump day, everybody, including you. And if you're getting off work right now, it is after 5 o'clock. Congratulations. You have made it over the hump, and you're about ready to slide into the old weekend. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, The Blitz. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
Being hump day, this is appropriate tweet. Now, this time of year, most of us watch whatever on TV on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. In other words, when no football is on. So last night I started that Charlie Sheen documentary on Netflix. I've only through the first part. I've got another part to go, although we're going to that Joe Nichols concert out at Flores Country Store as part of the UTSA Athletics concert series. So I don't know when I'm going to get back to the Charlie Sheen documentary, but
next Tuesday,
probably. He's apparently doing some promotion for it because he does an interview with Logan Paul, and he tells Logan Paul that he has had sex with 47,000 women since losing his virginity to a hooker at the age of 15. Now, in part one of the documentary, he tells the story about when he was 15 and the hooker. And now, granted, he had a lot of hooker business with old Heidi Fleiss. Yeah, I'd forgotten a bunch of that stuff.
Well, I mean, it brings up a lot of old things. I was telling, I even told my wife, can you imagine Charlie Sheen? Obviously, he came from a famous family. His dad was Martin Sheen.
Yeah.
His brother's Emilio Estevez, obviously. But
you say obviously. Did you remember that?
I knew that. All of that money at, 20 years old? Dude, I would have been Charlie Sheen. I would have been that guy because I promise you, I would have been that guy.
47,000. And in some of the previews, and I haven't seen this part of it yet because I guess this is part 2, but, he decides to it didn't matter what you were, apparently, with all the different drugs that he was taking. Did you finish it, Pledge? You already watched it? All right.
Yeah, well, I finished it.
You're nodding your head like,
I have.
No, I saw that headline though.
Yeah. So I mean, it is an interesting documentary to this point.
It is an interesting document. Well, it gets better.
Part 2 is better.
I would just say
right.
Part 2 is intriguing, and some of that stuff I forgot about. But he became a folk hero to millions of people. And even when he got fired from the sitcom he was on, Two and a Half Men, I mean, he became just a folk hero, just kind of a larger-than-life character.
Dude, Charlie Sheen.
I'm telling you.
47,000.
They're talking on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Yes, he is HIV positive.
Yeah.
And so he's dealt with that. But he claims he's been sober now for, 8 years?
Yeah, 7-8 years.
So.
But his dad and his brother didn't want to be a part of the documentary. I didn't realize he grew up and went to high school with Sean Penn.
Sean Penn and who's the other actor?
George Clooney.
George Clooney, yeah.
I mean, could you imagine running with that group?
Sean Penn looked like an old man, didn't he? I mean, like a really old man.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
I guess so.
I mean,
or Madonna will do that too.
It's not Rico,
right?
it's Frico.
The part that I know it's very knucklehead, but, when we're in Oxnard at Cowboys training camp, and you go to Nobu in Malibu for Jerry's party, which is incredible.
Yeah.
And you can't help but look at those houses and wonder who lives there and how much are those things worth. I mean, because there are such crazy mansions, and then you get little houses that they're stupid expensive, but you're right there on the beach in Malibu. And they're talking about they grew up in Malibu because it was out of town and it was cheap.
Yeah, at that time.
I mean, back then, and that doesn't feel like it was that long ago. But,
well, let's see, Charlie Sheen is got, 60, late 50s, something like that.
Since I've been alive and aware. Now, Grant, I'm not as old as you, but I've just always thought Malibu was the place in Hollywood and always has been. I didn't realize at one point, you're stuck out in Malibu. Well, you got a long drive into L.A. every day.
Well, think about it. Back then, it was. It's kind of like Bernie.
Yeah.
To San Antonio, Bernie wasn't as big as it is now.
Smithson Valley.
Smithson Valley, yeah.
I mean, we're so old. I remember when you got past Bitters on 281, it turned into 2 lanes, and if you made 1604, you were in the country.
1604 there was nothing.
It was way out there.
When I first moved to San Antonio, nothing at all. So growth happens pretty quick. But if you like Charlie Sheen or know anything about him or just want to feel better about yourself, watch the documentary.
Although everything he's gone through, dude's rich and has 47,000 on the resume.
Well,
does he keep track?
Well,
he didn't round up to 50.
Dude, I don't know. Some of those he probably don't. It's like you wake up and chew your arm off. I mean. So
he's Charlie Sheen. I don't think so.
Well, you never know.
He's Charlie Sheen. I don't think so.
So they're saying on our Sam and Coyote, you say he's 60. So I guess they looked it up. I'll take your word for it.
So he's younger than you.
Well, sure, but damn, he doesn't look as good as I do. Neither do you, for that matter, and you're a hell of a lot younger than I am.
That's all you have. And people on our YouTube page want to know about your hairspray.
I know. I get the feeling here. Well, it's not only that. I get the feeling that I'm sitting in my living room and I got all these people looking in my window. It's like Joe got up to pee. And yeah, I did.
Well, And I'm glad you explained that you had a back issue yesterday at the gym, because the way you were walking after talking about No Face Girl and the other girl, Madison Beer or whatever her name is.
You think that was from the back?
Made it a little bit difficult to walk.
Dude, I'm telling you, I could hardly get out of bed this morning. It was like that. It didn't hurt. It was just really tight. I mean, I feel fine now. You walk around a little bit. I did some stretches this morning, and so I'm doing okay. But everybody's trying to figure out what hairspray I use. Fred says I use VO5. Don't use VO5, Fred.
Aquanet.
Don't use Aquanet either. No, sure don't. Nope. And I'm not an old Spice guy either, as some have mentioned here. Redbird Junkie says Jovan Musk. I don't even know what the hell that is. So you're all wrong. How about that?
Uh-huh.
I think Alexandra got
What
as
about
close
Joe's Musk?
No, he's got a big old can that looks like a fire extinguisher, and it says Big Sexy on it.
It doesn't say that. It's Tresemme.
No, that was David Chancellor's.
It's Tresemme.
David Chancellor used to have a big old can of hairspray when he worked here, and I'm sure he still uses it.
Well, of course he does.
But it's called Big Sexy.
Chance is pretty sexy. Mm-hmm. He's big sexy.
Scott, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How you
I
doing?
saw that Charlie Sheen show. It's pretty good, and yes, it does make you feel pretty good about yourself as well.
Yes,
So,
it does.
It's pretty good. Hey, just to throw this out there, obviously I'm thinking Charlie was a little tipsy when he did the math, because 47,000 from age of 14 is 2.79 women a day, every day.
Wow.
Well, he was 15, so that number is going to go up a little bit. And it started with a hooker.
2.89.
Yeah, but
it was Candalee, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, holy cow! Either he is absolutely amazing, or a little skewed.
Now,
brain cells.
you watch the documentary, and for those that haven't yet, that plan on it, I don't want to give things away, and I've only seen the first part, but. There's parts in there. Some of the parties, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 at one party, seem fairly common. And
well, now I know he's lying, because nobody's doing 5 or 6 at one night.
Sean Penn said generally with that much cocaine, that causes an effect in that area.
Causes a very soft effect.
Yes, except for Charlie Sheen, it was the opposite.
Yeah.
You got soft in the D-gap.
The way Sean Penn put it. Cocaine for Charlie Sheen was like 5 Viagra, man. That guy was a machine, is what it made it sound like. But why bring math into the equation,
It doesn't
Scott?
matter. It was several thousand.
Exactly. It was. It's a bunch. And I'll tell you what, the show's pretty good. I mean, he's pretty straightforward. He doesn't pull any punches, and he fesses up to a lot of things.
It's worth the time if you got some time to kill and
that's it.
watch a couple.
And it's Charlie Sheen. I mean, if it could have been, not 5 or 6 times a night, but 5 or 6 girls at once.
Well, I mean,
who knows? I mean,
Look, what guy doesn't brag about that? I mean, come on.
I'm not going
to.
Why are we holding soft in the D-gap?
Why are we holding Charlie Sheen to a different level? Every guy lies about that at one point in time.
47,000.
Well, I mean,
except for Charlie Sheen, I go, all right.
I mean, you believe it, right?
Who was it? Which NBA guy?
Will Chamberlain, right?
Wilt. Yeah, he was like at 25, right?
I don't know. 25 what? 100,000? I have no idea.
Well, Google it.
Hey, Wilt.
Somebody else can Google. Put that in the comment.
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting stuff. It is worth the watch, though, if you haven't watched it. Yeah, I've been teasing this Micah Parsons disrespected thing for about 100 years. We might want to get to that. I don't know. He says he was disrespected, and he was asked if he feels disrespected about not being on a video tribute at Jerry World when he comes to town on Sunday night. We may or may not hear from Micah Parsons in the next segment, but who knows? So why don't you stay tuned as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I know who I'm going to hear from right now, and who I'm going to tell you about right now is my good friends at Stevens Roofing. Family-owned company, local company, the absolute best in the business. I don't think there's any comparison. A lot of folks are going to say they are, but they don't hold a candle to Stevens Roofing. They are absolutely the best. And, summer's over. It is officially fall right now. We're getting some rain in some parts of the city right now, and it's going to get a little cooler Not cold, but a little cooler. Winter's coming. That's the bottom line. It is coming. You want to make sure your roof is up to speed when winter comes, because you never know in this part of the country what's going to happen. My goodness, we had a snowmageddon not too long ago. And then sometimes it's not very cold at all. You just don't know. But you want to be prepared for whatever Mother Nature has to throw at you. Call Stevens Roofing. Let them send a crew out to you. Check your roof. They'll do it for free, and they'll let you know if anything's okay, and they'll let you know that you're sealed up properly and everything is A-okay, that you can withstand pretty much anything that is coming our way this winter. Look, they'll do any kind of job. If you got a metal roof on your house, they'll come out and check that out. If you want a metal roof on your house, they can certainly do that as well. Regular house composition roof, no problem. Commercial or residential, no problem. Stevens Roofing covers all the bases. You need to give them a call. Stop putting it off. Get it done now before the bad weather gets here in San Antonio and South Texas. That number to call, 210-785-0994, or you can visit them online at stevensroofing.net.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Make the break room on Pat Booker Road in Live Oak your football watching headquarters. Watch all the college and NFL games on the 17 HD TVs. The break room shows all UFC and boxing events with no cover. The kitchen is open daily until midnight with karaoke on Tuesday nights and a DJ every Friday with pool, darts, video games, a patio. It's more than your average neighborhood bar. So check out the break room at 8084 Pat Booker Road in Live Oak. Follow the break room Live Oak on social media for the latest specials and events.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, Alexa, play 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Always like doing that just to see if it works. Alexa, play San Antonio Sports Star. Wow, that's an oldie but goodie there, Pledge, huh? Wow. Well, speaking of that, we have a poll up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. I wouldn't say big necessarily, but adequate.
Adequate?
Certainly adequate.
Why is your voice breaking?
Wobbly.
I don't think they wobble.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the no-face girl does. Saw a video. It wobbles. By the way, you need to go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page and vote in the poll because right now it's Madison Beer 68%, Jess No Face 32%, and Minix is hoping for a magical number.
Yeah.
Since there is nothing, since the winner is pretty much there.
Yeah.
So call your friends, your family, wake the kids up, tell them to go to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page and vote. In our poll, we'll leave that thing up for a little bit.
Some garbage time points here.
Well, look, it just changed right now.
2?
Well, 69% for Madison Beer to 31% for No Face.
Tell me how to play a trombone.
Yeah, so there you go.
So, and the poll pledge. There it is. Screenshot it.
In the poll. Thanks to everybody for voting in our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page poll. Mm-hmm. Like and subscribe while you're there if you don't mind. We would appreciate that very much. A nice little conversation going on, speaking of the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, about everybody living in Germany.
Yeah, I was born in Germany.
How about that?
Military City, USA, not surprised that
Your
a lot
dad
of
was
people,
in the Army.
My dad was in the Army. He retired from the Army. I was born in Frankfurt. Then my dad got stationed at Fort Hood. Then we went to Stuttgart. And then he came back to Fort Hood, and that's ultimately where he retired. Before I was around, he was in a variety of different places and 3 tours in Vietnam. So,
do you have any memories of Germany?
A couple.
Were you too young?
A couple.
Yeah.
But I mean, some are good, some aren't. But the school was at the top of the hill where our barracks were, which were right around the corner from the base, and our building was the one right by the playground. So, all my mom had to do was just holler out the window that it was time for dinner. But it was a busy intersection. And honestly, 5 or 6 different kids got run over there, and so
Wow. Memories.
Well, I mean, you ask about memories. That's in some of the different castles and stuff like that, but not enough. When I was in the Navy, we were over in that area, and I took a train to Stuttgart, and nothing looked familiar. But I know that's like they've got a big Porsche manufacturer place there, and we took a tour of that and went to a lot of pubs.
I'm sure.
Yes.
How's the beer there?
Fantastic.
Germany?
And it's not all warm. I know you think that.
I didn't say anything.
It's not there. And then you take the train over to Amsterdam, and there's lots of stories
Whoa,
there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard stories about Amsterdam.
Yeah, they're all true.
Yeah, that's for sure.
They're all true. Certain songs I can't sing on the radio.
I'm sure you can't. If you haven't heard by now, the Green Bay Packers are coming to Jerry World this Sunday.
Who?
Yeah, the Green Bay Packers, or the Micah Parsons, as a lot of people want to call him now.
Yep.
Coming to Jerry World, primetime game on Sunday night on NBC. And everybody's had this one circled forever. Jerry said yesterday there would be no video tribute for one Micah Parsons. And we both kind of agreed with that.
Except for in today's age, video tributes, social media posts are a thing. But Jerry, no, dude, no. Micah Parsons was asked today that he felt disrespected that the Cowboys would actually announce that there would be no video tribute.
There's a lot of things I can consider disrespectful throughout this process, but I wouldn't say the tribute is one of them. I would say, I just think, there's hard feelings maybe there for them, but, for me, I'm happy where I'm at. And we got a really good football team, so I guess I can give you my tribute and a win.
I think he's a little butthurt.
He is. Now, for the record, the Cowboys didn't announce there wouldn't be a video tribute. Jerry was asked, and he said no, which, fair. But
there better not be one. I'm going to boo into Jerry's face.
You'll be able to.
I will be.
But when you look at what he just said there, I don't believe him. He wanted to be a Cowboy for life.
He did.
When he made the trade request, I don't think he meant it. He thought that would speed things along and he would get paid. And I know there's the video celebration of him after the announcement celebrating, and it wasn't the move to Green Bay. It was, Mom, you retired. We got the contract. But he's talked about the stress of everything, moving to Green Bay, and he's on a good football team. But for him to say no hard feelings on his part, I have a hard time believing Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I don't think he's telling the truth there either. I agree with you there. He's not telling the truth. He is hurt. He was hurt that he got traded. Now, look, they paid him a ton of money, so I'm sure in that respect he's happy that he got paid and his family is set for life. But, yeah, he wanted to be a Cowboy, and I think he thinks – and I think Jerry, too. I mean, they both thought that they had something there. I think Micah looked at Jerry as almost as a father figure, and there are a lot of hurt feelings there that aren't going to go away anytime soon. I do agree with RJ Ochoa, who was on with us earlier in the show today from Blogging the Boys. It's going to be nice when this game is over.
Yep.
However it ends, because that will officially put the end of the Dallas Cowboys and Micah Parsons. That's it. It's done.
No, and again, this first game, the fact that it's early is good. Hard feelings on both. It would be like you get a divorce and you run into the ex at the wedding for somebody else like soon after. It's going to be awkward. If I'm Brian Schottenheimer, the think that Micah won't get a sack is kind of nuts, or a couple. In fact, he said it would be kind of painful when he sacks Dak Prescott.
It's gonna be painful. You know what I mean? Dak's my guy. He was always like a good mentor for me. But you know what it is. I always told him if I ever faced him that it'll be a great matchup. So I'm excited to see what Sunday brings us. So
it'll be a good matchup, he says. I find that interesting. A good matchup. So I don't know. You run the football and you run it right at Micah Parsons.
That's what I would do.
Absolutely.
That's not his strength.
No, it's not.
Not his strength. Where's number one? Javonte, go.
Yes.
I mean, why not? Although, obviously, that's going to be the storyline for Sunday Night Football. It is in Green Bay because Micah's coming back to Dallas. It is in Dallas because Micah's coming back. Believe him or not, and I don't, Shotty said today that he has not even really thought about the offseason drama involving Micah heading into this week's game.
Yeah, I really haven't thought about it, Skyler. It's a good question. I mean, you really don't have time to think about it. It's just, it's like we play Micah this week in the Green Bay Packers, and this next week we play Keenan Williams, and, it's like, that's what this league is about, So you really don't take the time to think about it. Like, if you truly do believe, which I truly do believe, that each week is its own week and you can't get too high, you can't get too low, then I literally haven't spent a lot of time going, man, can't believe we're playing Micah this week. It's like, damn, who's number one? He's really good. He's fast. Wow. You don't do that. You just, okay, he's a good player. Then, ooh, who's 52? Rashawn Gary, he's really good. So it's each week you have to separate that. And I think that's where teams have success, is when they're able to do that. You compartmentalize and you focus and you say, okay, who we got to stop this week? Well, the list is pretty long in Green Bay on defense and on offense with the weapons that they have and the quarterback. And then next week the Jets present a different problem. And then whoever we play next, maybe Carolina, whoever it is, I don't even know. You have the same issues. So I don't really spend a lot of time thinking about that.
Well, and I believe him when he says that. He doesn't have time to do that because there's a lot of good players on that Green Bay team. I mean, it's not just Micah Parsons, the only guy you got a game plan for. Game plan for him, yeah, they'll do that. But there are a lot of good players on that defense, and so they have a lot of work to do to make the offense move, and a lot of things that they need to work out.
Well, and again, true, but Micah was your best player. Hard not to get all those questions and not think about, man, if he were still here. Now, how much of a difference would he have made last week against the Bears? I don't know. I mean, we saw the Cowboys defense get destroyed with Micah Parsons. Now, you've got to figure out with your beat-up offensive line, you're missing two starters on the offensive line. How are you going to block this guy up?
Micah can be dominant, and we know that. But we're going to hit him, and we're going to put multiple people on him. And you know what? It's going to be a long day for us and the guys trying to block him because he's that talented. But it's not just about Micah. It's about their entire defense. But really, it's about us. It's about us controlling what we control. And those guys out there on defense, including Micah, Rashawn Gary, those guys are great, great players, man. But if we get caught up too much on them, then you lose focus on what really matters, which is your execution.
No, really, he's absolutely right. They say they're going to change some things up, especially on the defensive side of the football. So we'll see what happens, and I'm looking forward to seeing what changes they do make. Hopefully, Jadeveon Clowney will make a little bit of a difference. Deron Bland, it looks like he's going to play. That should help as well.
Although Diggs didn't practice today because of a shoulder, so you might get Bland back. But I do think Diggs, because he got hurt actually making a tackle, and but he was able to stay in the game.
Business decision, huh?
Well, I mean, he hit somebody. Give him credit. He hurt his shoulder on that play, but he stayed in and continued to watch Bear players run by him. But I do expect him to play even though he didn't practice today. It's Wednesday. If we get to Friday and he still hadn't practiced, that'd be a little bit more concerning. But to your point, without CeeDee Lamb, the run game has to be good this week. But when they do have to throw, Dak's has got to be able to make some plays downfield, whether it's rolling out, doing something to buy some time. And Shotty was asked today if there's more pressure on Dak Prescott because of all the injuries.
Dak has to worry about Dak. We've got a good plan for how we try to maneuver the personnel groupings, Todd, but it's hard to replace CD, but injuries are part of the game, and, they're probably going to be out there tackle, and so you lose players and next man up, you move up, and the one thing it's never can be and never will be is an excuse. We're good enough to beat the Packers without CD and Book and the guys that we could be missing. But the only way you do that is if you play well and you execute. And if you don't, you put yourself in a tough spot. So we have to do that. And that starts with today's practice.
Well, they didn't execute on defense or offense for that matter.
No.
There was no execution last week against the Chicago Bears. They're certainly facing a better team this week in Green Bay. I don't have to say that to anybody. It's obvious. But you've got to execute. And I just believe, and I totally believe that the NFL is a week-to-week league. Cowboys, as bad as they were, these guys have pride. They get paid just like everybody else. And as soon as you start thinking a team is horrible and they're done and the Packers are going to roll, it doesn't happen. I don't see that happening. Now, I'm not saying the Cowboys win the game, but I don't necessarily see a 35-10 blowout either.
Well, I mean, if you do, then Shotty's got to worry about losing the locker room. No moral victories, but dude was literally asked today if it's a must-win.
It's a big game because it's the next game. The media and the fans want to build it up because of Micah coming back, and I understand that. I mean, I'm not naive enough to think that people don't want to talk about that. But it's just another opportunity. It's another chance for us to go out and play well. We did not play well enough against Chicago to beat them. So we lost. We found a way to play well enough at the right times against the Giants, and we beat them. And then Philadelphia, we had them where we kind of wanted them, and then we didn't finish it. But you literally take each game one at a time, and you say, okay, we have to play well. Are we going to win this game? I hope. I expect. But again, I'm never going to be the guy, oh, this is a must-win game. You have to do that. They're all must-wins. They're all must-wins. But the last time a team went undefeated was 1972. Did I get that right?
Dolphins.
I mean, that's the last time it ever happened. And it's all about finding a way to qualify for the playoffs and getting in the tournament and learning how to win.
That's it. I mean, I was right with him there. He said they're all must-wins.
Well,
they're not.
I mean,
they're not.
You know what? It's not baseball or basketball or hockey where you can afford to mail one in. I get what
they did that last week.
Well,
so.
You know,
they mailed it in pretty good.
Yeah, except for all their starters played. You didn't get a DNP rest. You didn't have what was injury load management game for anybody. Last week was awful. And the fact that we're in September talking about losing the locker room, he was asked about the kind of the overall spirits inside that locker room.
I think so. I think our guys are in a good spot. You know, I mean, like this is not going to be the last adversity we deal with this year. And I do believe that the culture and the strength of the culture that we have here is what's going to allow us, when the next setback happens, to overcome. There's a belief in this locker room in one another. There's a belief in the brotherhood. There's a belief in the fact that we do love and care about one another, and we will lay it on the line out there for us to have success. And that will pay dividends. Is it going to be this week? I don't know. I think our guys are in a good spot. You know, usually on Monday you come in, you grade the film, and by the time they get back in here on Wednesday, they're ready to go, knowing that there's a new op.
Yeah, short memory, right, in this business. You got to have a short memory. Put that Bears game away, and you look forward to Green Bay. Odds are stacked against them, Jason. There's no doubt about it. I just don't believe that the Cowboys are as bad as they showed last week. I'm not saying they're going to the Super Bowl or they even win the division, or maybe they missed the playoffs, but I do believe that team that played against Philadelphia is that team and not the one that played against the Chicago Bears. And I just think this is going to be a closer game than a lot of people think.
I agree with you on the offensive side of the ball. That's what really had me pissed off on Sunday. The defense I know is not good. I expect them to be better than what we saw on Sunday, but I expect that Cowboys offense to score in the 20s every game, if not the 30s. For them to get a touchdown and a couple of field goals against a Bears defense, that was embarrassing.
With a lot of hurt players in the Bears secondary.
We don't need to bring facts into the conversation.
I'm just saying. And it'd be nice to have CeeDee Lamb this week, too. I'm just saying.
Yes, Pledge, we all know.
Instead of,
You don't even have to finish typing that.
Having him
we know.
Run a play.
How's your 0-3 team?
That he couldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who, mine?
They're still 0-3.
Oh.
Yeah, Pledge.
Yeah.
He's anytime he can poke the bear. Oh, he's going to needle. Oh,
just wait till the Titans
Bear
kick
defense,
the Texans' ass this
gave
week.
up a consecutive Player of the Week awards. Yeah.
Cam Ward might win AFC Offensive Player of the Week this week.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Well, sure.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Sure it is. See, you're not giving them a chance. I'm telling you, that Houston team's offense is horrible.
Yeah, it's as bad as the Cowboys' defense.
Glad you got a show tonight. Let's save it for them. Nobody asked you.
Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. We got football tomorrow night. So the week kicks off tomorrow night.
Here we go.
I'm happy about that. Ready to go for another week of and some good college football too, boys. So we got a lot to talk about the next couple of days as well. And we'll wrap things up here on the Blitz when we return because, it's just about quitting time, Minix. As I look at that clock.
That's a great tease.
We got to say, well, you got something better? Let's see here. We'll tease Livy Dunn. Livy Dunn. It's still gorgeous.
Or just no face.
When we return on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah. If you are having issues at your house with your plumbing, your AC, you know there is one company to call, and that is Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC. 210-651-5899. 651-5899. At Quartermoon, they are experts at worst-case scenarios. 24 hours a day. You got a problem, you call Quartermoon. They're going to get you taken care of. It's what they do. Full service, big job, small job, residential or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. No commission sales reps. They'll provide estimates and second opinions, and they have a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau, and at Quartermoon, they are green certified. It's late September, the 24th. Generally emergencies, but also maintenance. It's time to start thinking about getting your heater tuned up. I know there's a cool front coming in tonight. Means it won't be long before you need your heater. At Quartermoon, they've got great maintenance programs that ensures your unit is ready for every season. Call Quartermoon, 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
We're going to be tested this week. I know what the numbers say. I get it. They have given up some explosives, but this is a good football team we're getting ready to go play. They've got good players on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Hey, man, this is a National Football League, and these guys will be a challenge for us, and should be a heck of a football game.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game, Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Stop wasting money on hard water costs. Go get yourself a Connecticut water system. It's one of the few household appliances that pays for itself. These things are quiet, efficient, reliable, and non-electric. But the best part is you'll save money when you own a Connecticut water softener. Connecticut water softeners are specifically designed to solve virtually any water problem you may have. Living in the hill country, you folks have some serious hard water that costs you major money in cleaning supplies and wear and tear on your appliances. Plus, Connecticut water softeners are guaranteed to remove more impurities and perform more efficiently with lower lifetime costs than any other softener on the market. So, for the best water softener in the business and to save money, call Connecticut today. 656-PURE. That's 656-PURE or ConnecticutSA.com.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Hey, it's football season and your furry MVP deserves a win. Hey, it's Rob, and reminding you Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit in Selma is a luxury pet care resort with over 17,000 square feet of fun, plus training, spa days, and acres to play. Book today at 210-750-1298.
The Fall Golf The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
Hope everybody's having a great hump day out there, whatever you're doing. Thanks for spending some time with us. I do want to thank everybody who voted on our poll on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. We appreciate that. The final results, in case you're wondering, and I know you are, who is more responsible for Justin Herbert's MVP season, Madison Beer or Jess No Face? Well, Madison Beer.
Well, she's in the lead right now, but Pledge left the poll up even though we had the perfect score. And now we're 3 votes away from really getting a perfect score. So head over to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page and vote in the poll.
So what number are you looking for,
I don't think I need to say it. I think if you go to the poll, you'll figure it out. There are currently 66 votes. We need 3 more, and she's at 68%. So we need the math to work in our favor.
So you need
in the spirit of
wanted to get to what? I don't know, maybe like 69?
Yeah, I'm just saying, in the spirit of these two young ladies and what you're thinking, I think we need the perfect number here.
All right.
I mean, it's called the trifecta.
Well, go to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page and vote in our poll.
Yep.
Before it is taken down.
Now, I was, James Pledger is a Houston Texans fan.
He is.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And Texans fans love bagging on the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
Love it. You guys care more about the Cowboys than you do your own damn team, right? And your team is 0-3. So Pledge is quick to point out every pimple on the butt of the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, they're there. If he can pick a scab, he's going to do it. Never mind that his team is 0-3 and looks awful. And it's so bad in Houston right now that C.J. Stroud is getting hammered for the hats that he chooses to wear, right? And he said today, I'm going to wear what I want, emphasizing that he wears hats not because of the teams that they represent, but because either the way it fits or the color scheme with whatever he's wearing, it's not disrespectful. But in the last 2 weeks, dude has shown up when they were playing the Seattle Mariners, battling for the AL West championship. It was a year ago today that the Astros won the AL West. This year, ain't going to happen.
No.
But you got a big series with the Mariners, and you're the quarterback of the Texans, and you walk in wearing a Mariners hat. And then the other day, he was wearing a Yankees hat. And you know damn well that's not allowed.
No.
And when you're 0-3, you need to be a little bit more aware.
Well, he's going to wear whatever the hell he wants.
That's what he says.
But
again, when you're 0-3, if you're a 3-0, nobody would care about your hat.
You know what?
But you're 0-3.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. Because, I mean, you're just kind of spitting in the Astros' face, are you not? I mean, seriously.
Now, he's done it before, right? He's done it before, and it hasn't gotten as much negative attention as now. And I do think it's because you're 0-3. You're 0-3 You know, if you want to wear that because it's style and it matches, cool. I don't like it, but cool. I get it. You know, kids these days, right? You're 0-3 and you're wearing a Yankee hat. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yankee, well,
a Mariners hat?
Yeah, that's not as bad as a Mariners hat.
Again,
next thing you know, he's going to walk in with a Rangers hat on.
Well, I mean, if it matches,
I'm
right?
just saying
I mean,
that's going to be worse.
You know, I know people, unfortunately, that have stuff just because they like the colors. See, and Pledge is raising his hand. I don't believe you. You wouldn't wear another team that you don't root for.
I have a Yankees Jeter jersey. I have a Mariners jersey. I have
would you wear it while you're
hats.
at the podium in Houston playing for the Texans?
I've worn it to work. Yes, there's a level of self-awareness, but I also get I'm going to wear this because it looks good and it matches. I'm not wearing an Astros hat with an off color like that. It's not going to happen.
Well, how about no hat at all then? I mean, you know.
No, it's part of the fit.
I'm just saying.
It is part of. But again, he is getting hammered in Houston.
As he should be.
To where he's being at. But again, when they're winning, nobody cares. You're 0-3, be a little bit more aware. Kind of like your pocket awareness. You got to be aware. You got to be aware.
What do you mean pocket awareness?
When he's playing in
the
football,
pocket.
he's in the pocket.
I
and
got you. Okay. I thought you were talking about somebody's pocket here. I'm like, what? What did I miss? Now, Justin Guerrero on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page says you guys are talking to my guy all wrong. I don't think so. I mean, you guys need to talk to him and say, hey, dude, you know, you live in the city of Houston. You play for the Houston Texans. There is a baseball team there called the Houston Astros.
No, and again, a lot of players adopt their city as their hometown. And I believe he has worn Dodgers gear. Kids from L.A., if that's who you grew up rooting for, you let that, all right, cool.
I guess.
But
you might as well show up in a Tennessee Titans shirt or, I don't know, maybe an Indianapolis Colts hat.
No, but
you can wear that.
Old school Oilers #1 jersey.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, that's Cam Ward's now, not Warren Moon's.
I'm just saying, there are things you don't do. You just don't. I don't care whether it looks good or not. You don't do that. You gotta understand the city you live in, and I think the love for the Astros there is probably a little bit better than the Texans.
Now,
I don't know. You tell me.
You got to start wearing Rangers gear to work. You can't wear Cardinals gear anymore, Joe.
I'm not C.J. Stroud.
We're the affiliate of the Rangers.
There's photographic evidence of Reinego wearing that particular Rangers jersey at a Rangers game. Why? Because he understood the assignment in the moment.
See, you guys don't understand. I don't play quarterback for the Houston Texans.
You don't?
No, I don't. If I did, I would have more sense than to wear a Yankees hat or a Seattle Mariners hat.
Or a Cardinals hat.
Or a Cardinals hat, yes.
Especially with them in their run right now. If it were May, I don't know if anybody would care. If they were 3-0, I don't know how many people would care. The Mariners, maybe, the Yankees, we've seen it before. But that's how bad it is in Houston right now, that they're bitching about everything, including the hat on the dude's head.
Dude, I don't have any hope for the Tennessee Titans. But I sure as hell hope they win Sunday.
Yeah?
I do.
They might.
I really do. I'm just saying.
I mean, it might be 6-3.
It might be. That's fine. I don't care what it is. It could be 2-0.
One more point than the other guy.
That's all that matters.
Which is easy to do against Houston.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Nothing tie.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Oh.
Could you imagine 5 quarters of scoreless football?
Oh.
It could be much worse than the game we saw last week between the Texans and who the hell did they beat them?
It could.
That was bad.
Oh, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That was
sunshine.
That was bad.
Yeah, somebody needs to have a chat with that young man.
I go back to Jeff Traylor. Jeff Traylor, head football coach at UTSA, opened the season at Texas A&M. His 3 kids went to Texas A&M. He said they're all going to be wearing Roadrunner gear if they're in my seats.
Yes.
And you know what? I'm sure that there was an Aggie part of them that was happy to see the Aggies win, and the other part that likes allowance that was upset about what was happening to Dad's team. That's part of it. You know, certain times, you know, your allegiances are to your paycheck.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And, you know, and I could say this, I'm a diehard Cowboy fan. Mark Vandermeer retires, calls me and says, hey, man, you want to do the play-by-play? Guess what? I'll wear a Texan shirt because it matches my paycheck, right?
Exactly. And that's the point right there. I mean, look, I know he needs to look good, and he wants to look good, and it matches, and that's the style. I understand. But in all seriousness, it's very hard to take up for a guy like that when you're not in the moment and not understanding what's going on, especially when the Astros are in a tight race with the Seattle Mariners. You damn sure don't wear a Seattle Mariners hat.
You think he's going to wear a Spurs hat or a Mavericks hat when basketball season rolls around?
Wembanyama jersey?
Maybe.
Sure.
See? I know. And that wouldn't be good either.
I mean,
have a chat with that young man, Pledge.
Not about hats, about reading defenses, sliding protection. Go coach him up, Pledge.
Coach him up, Pledge.
Yeah.
Because Pledge was a hell of a quarterback in his day. He knows all about that stuff.
Not really.
No, not really.
No, he was a golfer.
He was a golfer.
He did.
Yeah. Well, you know.
He still is a golfer.
Nothing wrong with that. He's a golfer. It's a good golfer.
A Smithson Valley Ranger golfer legend.
Yes.
Yes, and it had nothing to do with what was going on the course, at least during the tournament.
Wow. We got stories?
There's some sand traps over there at River Crossing that have seen too much of Pledge.
See, now, are we talking golf or something else? Because sand trap's not exactly the best place to be if that's what you're talking about.
Your bag's got a towel.
Got a little gritty.
Pledge, you doing a show? I'm leaving. Yeah.
A little gritty, Pledge.
Have fun.
The dance?
The green is fine. The green is fine with the hills. You position perfectly, and you got a little
sprinklers come on.
Yeah, that's good too. That's always good. So you do have a show
need that
tonight,
much of an assist?
Sure. Hey, any little help can help. Maybe you ought to try it. Get out of here, will you? Hey, be sure and join the fellas in the morning. The Morning Huddle, AJ and Rob, they'll get you started at 6 o'clock. Minix and I will be back here at 2. Stephen Jones joins us tomorrow, so don't miss that. Everybody have a great night.
Let Jason smoke all your meat.
Riding I-35 with the Blitz.